Yes, people. What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Saeed TV. We are here for the Midday Live. Big up to everyone who's locked in right now. Smash a like on the video. That will be amazing. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to everyone's channels. The links are in the description. We've got a debut on the channel, I believe. I think is. I don't know. I think it might have been on before. I don't know. But Hossam, welcome, man. Not on the greatest conditions, but listen, welcome nevertheless, man. How you doing, Hossam?
Alhamdulillah, I'm good. Debut in unfortunate weather conditions and unfortunate football conditions like yesterday. But we're here. We don't duck the smoke. Big up everyone as well. You know, this fraud actually got his wish in the end. He told me I'm only going to get you on when Liverpool are doing bad. And it happened by mistake. So big up everyone. Make sure you guys are liking and subscribing. Let's go.
Absolutely, man. And then we got man like CB, man. You know what I'm saying? Man like CB with a Latvian girl. You know what I'm there?
Big up, man. Love for having me, man. I feel like I just got called up to the Avengers today, bro. This is the super soldiers of the YouTube game, man. Love for having me on here, bro.
Nah, you deserve your flowers, man. Big up to you. You get me. Make sure you follow CB on his channel. Chelsea, big Chelsea fan, proper Chelsea. You know the ones there. Lee Gunner, what are you telling me, man? Man's free. And
I'm free, man.
Yeah. You're free.
Yeah, the wife is back home. Well, she's not back home yet, but I'm checking the flight to make sure she gets there, mate. Make sure she's on that flight. But yeah, it's all good, man. Big up the panel, big up the chat, and mad thing is, all of us on this panel, as it stands right now, didn't win a game.
Yeah. No, exactly. I was gonna say, no one can really raise their hands for 3 points other than LB, who'll be coming on his way right now. So big up to LB. And we got a man like Jordz, who we're gonna talk today about Ange. But listen, Jordz, how you doing, man? Everything blessed? What are you saying, bro?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Unfortunately, yet another game of Spurs don't win, but we're here. I don't hide. So yeah, we'll speak about Ange. We can get into it.
Well, I think that was shots at Don, yeah? Don ducking that mad wakey smoke, yeah? Is that what we're saying?
Yeah.
He saw Savio score a goal and he started hiding. I hear it.
Yeah. Nah, real talk, man. But listen, people, big up, man. There's over 1,000 people already locked in. Make sure to hit that like button, people, ASAP. Let's get up to 500 likes ASAP. But we have to start in that box office game yesterday, Hossam, man. It's only one place we can start, you know what I'm saying? And that is a game yesterday, a draw. But I felt like for me, we deserve to get maybe all 3 points. Maguire should have buried it. People are saying it's a bad pass. But, brother, even me, I said we're going to lose. I did a preview on Hossam's channel. I said 3-0. I said 3-0 to Liverpool. I wasn't expecting anything less. I didn't expect to get anything from the game. I did want the game to go ahead. I wasn't like these United fans that were saying, get this game called off. I wanted the game to go ahead. And, brother, Salah, apart from the penalty, was missing. Gakpo, he got his strike. I don't think he had his greatest game. You're looking at Diaz, not his greatest game. McAllister and Gravenberch, I'll give it them two, man. But to a man, we defended resolutely. Ugarte was absolutely outstanding in that middle of the park. Yeah. I don't want to hear no stinker and hooked for Ugarte, Lee. Yeah. I thought, okay, in terms of the defense, resolute, like I said to you, and Amarin's tactics were spot on. We had a week off and it showed. 1 week's training, it showed. This manager, like I said to you, yeah, has brought in ideas. These players are the ones that have been letting him down constantly, bro. And it's about damn time these players stood up, bro. It's all good and well, though. You're doing it against Man City and flipping Liverpool, yeah? But them games against Newcastle, Bournemouth, Nottingham Forest, where were you, man? Like, that's really pissing me off, bro. Because it's like, you, man, can actually show and be competent. Like, you, man, are professional footballers. You play for your national teams, bro. You see what I'm trying to say? So, for us to do that, I felt like we dug in, we showed fight, we showed character, and we deserved a minimum of a point. We can talk about the other, should we have got a winner, but we deserved the minimum of a point. And we made Liverpool look poor. Don't do this narrative about Liverpool had an off day. We made them had an off day that day. You get me? Because we defended well. Yeah, we defended well and we attacked well. We just didn't sit back. We actually went for it. If Højlund, if Højlund could have shooting boots, it would have been a different story. If Ahmad could get that header in the first half, different story. So I'm not saying United are back. I'm not doing all that nonsense. So if you want to say United are back, no. I'm saying now build on this performance. Build on it. Don't just do it now. Go to Arsenal and beat them. Go to win against Southampton. Win against Brighton. Let's build momentum, man. Because I'm not here for this 1 game win, 3 game losses. I'm not here for that, bro.
You didn't win anyway. It was 1 game draw, innit? It was a draw, not a win. So I'm just
sorry.
You're making it seem like it was the other way.
Okay, my apologies. A draw.
Look how giddy he's got after stopping the rot. Like after his manager lost 4 on the spin.
Build on this performance, man. But yeah, man. Hassan, like I said, I called you before the game, not after the game. So speak. Because we don't speak.
Okay, I'll speak. I'll speak. First of all, the chatter saying Saeed cook Hussam. It should be Hussam cook Saeed.
No.
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why I'm the one that should cook him. Because this guy was so defeatist in the preview. He said 3-0 to Man United. I never said we're going to win 6-0, 7-0, 8-0. I said, guys, there's going to be a tough game. Man United have nothing to lose. What did I tell you? Humble 2-0 win, 2-1 win. I knew that the game was going to be difficult. So I'm supposed to cook this guy because this guy was like 3-0 minimum. And I went and I checked what he posted on Twitter before the game. He's like, what do you guys consider a respectable scoreline? He already submitted to defeat before. So I'm not even the one that should get cooked because I said it was going to be a tough game. And look, from our perspective, this is a shit result. I've seen this movie before, with my club. Myself and probably Lee from this stream are in a title race, and it's the battle of the bottle jobs. We're capable of bottling a league ourselves. It's not out of the realms of possibility. Yesterday, Trent decided to turn into a prostitute, and it was just there is genuinely nothing defending him, because Jordz knows this from the Spaces days. We used to say, okay, Trent, maybe he's not the best defensively, he's an average defender, but at least going forward he was amazing. But even going forward he was crap yesterday. He couldn't cross a ball to save his life. He couldn't make a pass to save his life. He couldn't link up play. And I think his performance is also one of the reasons why maybe Salah didn't perform at a high level yesterday, because no one was overlapping with him. No one was finding him on that wing as well. Robertson is just as bad. We have like these 2 fullbacks went from the 2 best fullbacks in the whole world maybe 2-3 years ago. Now I don't even know what to say at this point. Robertson gets turned by Saka in his own penalty box at the Emirates. He gets done dirty against Amad Diallo. He gets sent off against Fulham. Robertson is finished. I genuinely would rather Tsimikas start, and I've been calling this for the longest. The only players like I really feel bad for is there's someone who has feedback, you guys. There's there are 4 players I actually feel bad for based on the performances yesterday, and that's Van Dijk and Konate, because how much space they had to cover from the space that the fullbacks left open for them, and Gravenberch and McAllister, because I thought these 4 specifically weren't necessarily bad, but they were left with so much space. Like there was just so much space that they had to defend and stuff like that. It was so disappointing. And people can say I am overreacting and stuff like this, but I'll be honest with you, I have seen this movie before. We don't have that killer edge. People say we didn't lose ground, yes, but we didn't gain it. People don't understand. This is how people view title races. They bring out the calculator. It's time. Points, we're this much ahead and this much games in hand, and let's multiply by 3 and let's add 5. And title races is not won on calculators. Title race is about momentum. Arsenal drew. Chelsea drew. You had the chance to step on their neck as they're down and make your presence felt that you are going to win this league title, and we failed to do it. And I've seen this movie before, and we have 7 difficult away fixtures, and I've been saying this all season. And my confidence levels for this league is going less and less and less and less. And to be honest with you, I do agree with you. United do deserve credit. I think Amarim outcoached Slot yesterday from a tactical perspective. Purely, he just outcoached them. The setup was like anti exactly what Slot wanted to do. He kind of like out-tacticked them, in my opinion. But I will say one thing though. I'm not gonna do a revisionist history because of Maguire chance. I think draw was a fair result in the end. Like, it was a fair result. We had moments, you had moments, we had chances, you had chances. Draw was a fair result, and I don't think that's something I would have said pre-game, to be honest with you. So, yeah, very disappointing.
Yeah, 100%, man. Listen, obviously we speak on Trent a little bit, but like I said, man, you got him, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, why did you delete that Amad Diallo tweet, bro? Like, why did you delete it, bro?
Why did you quote stinker and hooked? Like, league on a stinker. Yeah, how's
like,
it a stinker?
Do, man, it's like, broski, Amad Diallo, big game player. Yeah,
big game player. Yeah,
big game player. Goal
against from 14th to 13th, and look how shameless he was with his 54,000 celebrations. They got you an equaliser.
You spoke too soon.
No. Do you know why I've tweeted that? Because he touched the ball in the penalty box and spanked on his face.
What? Listen,
that's why I posted it. But no, real talk, yeah. Your football club, and I know that like my club is shameless as well, yeah. Right. And so are Tottenham. They're the three, really, in the Premier League that are the most shameless. But bro, you have so many players in your squad that over-celebrate equalising goals. It is embarrassing. Yeah, we've seen Garnacho do it. We've seen Rashford do it. We've seen Højlund do it. We've seen Anthony do it. And we're seeing Ahmad do about 1 billion celebrations yesterday to equalise with 10 minutes to go, to the point where in the end, Xerxes walked from the bench, with his hood up. Yeah, and said, now get the ball, mate. Come on, let's go back to halfway.
That's fair.
Yeah? Where's the mentality? I watched Real Madrid the day before, right? They were down to 10 men. Sorry, they were losing 1-0. Jude hit the post with a penalty and missed. Yeah, Modric comes straight on after Vinny got a straight red. They're still losing with 10 men. Yeah? Modric scores, equalises, grabs the ball, runs back straight to the halfway line. End result, Jude winner in stoppage time. I'm not saying you would have gone on and won it, and you still could have won it, and so could Liverpool. And that game got better and better the longer it went, because I thought the first half was pretty poor from both teams. Yeah, but the excitement of the game made it a spectacle. Yeah, but it was just littered with piss poor finishing and piss poor passing from both teams. It wasn't a great advertisement for good Premier League football. It was just littered with mistakes. Yeah, and when I'm talking about Ahmad, like I said, he was the latest one that's done it. I've said this before, bro. I've said it about loads of players, whether it's Real Madrid, whether it's Chelsea, Liverpool, Arsenal. Why are you celebrating so over the top, scoring an equalising goal? I don't care if it's a game, a big game. No, wait. Yeah. I'll tell you why. There's time to play. You're not winning the game. Get the ball, run back to the halfway line and show some level of intent. Yeah, the fans will get up even more. Their fans will be deflated even more. They're like, yo, he's on it. Yeah, they're on it. Come on, let's get back to our point. Wait. My point is, you're celebrating that shamelessly as a club. Yeah, maybe not you so much, no, but real talk, as a club, from going from 14th to 13th, and he's doing that. Now, come on, that shows like a mentality for me.
No, it's not about mentality.
No, look, I do agree with Lee.
Let me
look him first.
You could have won that game if you showed intent. I'll be so honest with you. You could have won that game because we were absolutely we were
shot to pieces at that point.
We were completely deflated. I'm telling you right now.
Van Dijk was on his ass because he'd been running around covering Trent's cock up.
Covering Trent.
Yeah. Let's be real with it. Kanate weren't much better. Kanate was pretty awful yesterday as well. Let's be real with it.
He's come back from injury. So
I thought the best player on the pitch was McAllister again. Yeah. What a signing that guy is. He's such a baller, man. I love watching that guy. Yeah, but it's what it is, isn't it?
Let me go back to your point. Not everything is always about mentality. Yeah. Not everything is always about standards. When you have scored a equalizer at Anfield in front of the away end, Amad Diallo has every right to go and celebrate in that moment. In that moment there, where United are not expected to win this game, United have had a good performance, especially. Just
because you don't expect it doesn't mean you can't.
Listen, he's just showing his love to Man United. This idea of not being celebrated in front of the away end, I find it ludicrous. What in the world nonsense?
So what you're saying is he's supposed to celebrate, Yeah, just to gas the fans up even more.
No,
He's
just
part of the club.
in that moment.
He's playing for the club. He scored at Anfield. Well done. It's a big thing. Yeah. My point is,
let me land because I've let you land. In that moment there, yeah, you are not thinking about, oh, we're 13th. I can't celebrate. You're in the moment. Celebrate. You know what I mean? And by the way, not everyone went to Amad Diallo. Bruno Fernandes was back. I think Lisandro Martinez was back. It was only that initial moment where they celebrated with Garnacho, and then he just kissed his bash to the fans, and that was it. Then he went back.
No, come on. No. He did way more than that. He was pointing. He was loving it. Like, fair play. Listen, he's happy he scored a goal. I'm not knocking the lads. What I'm saying is, yeah, and this is, well, they should be, because that means you wouldn't be 14th, mate. Yeah, we've seen Garnacho do this before. We've seen what's his name? What's the striker? Rasmus. Bro, you didn't win the game. Yeah, you weren't winning the game at that point. Bro, I say this all the time. People that are in this chat that watch me on a regular basis when I'm doing my team or other teams, I'm like, when I do La Liga, I'm like, why aren't you shamelessly celebrating an equaliser? I thought you were supposed to jump in the crowd and shamelessly celebrate. These men get the ball and run back, you know. Yeah. Why? Because it shows a level of intent and a level of urgency.
But also, it's about the game as well. The magnitude of the game, yeah.
The magnitude of the game is your 14th and you're going to 13th.
If it was against another team that's below us, yeah, or nowhere near us, yeah, I'd be saying, you know what, get that ball and let's go and get the winner.
Bro, you're 14th at that point, 13th.
It don't matter, mate. Bro, you're in the moment. You just equalize.
No, but Lee, we have to be honest. Why are you going to pick up the ball and run back when there's like half hour to go on the game?
No, there was 10 minutes. There was
10 minutes.
There was 10 minutes.
Wait. No, but also the way that you're talking about the last goal.
Yeah, the Diallo one, man.
Ahmad's goal.
Why didn't okay, I'll give you the best example, because in the exact same game, Cody Gakpo equalized. Why didn't he do a billion celebrations? He ran back to the halfway line. They
were rubbish.
Did he run back to the halfway line?
There's a different context. They were rubbish.
There's no different context. They're top of the table. He give it one of them once, run back to the halfway line. And he was doing that on the way back. Yeah, he didn't shamelessly jump in the crowd over-egging it. Different context is they're in a title race and you're 14th.
No, but they were rubbish, yeah. And like I said, yeah, they barely created chances. He did that moment, and then he got the crowd up, and he was celebrating like that, bro. You don't see him doing that.
On the way back.
He just did this.
On the way back.
What? Listen.
He got the ball back.
What have we become where we are?
What have you become? You've become an absolute shit show of a football club. That's what you become, Saeed. Come on, let's be real. Anyway, I've said my piece on it. You guys
like I said, yeah, stop taking the shine away from Amad Diallo. I know what you're doing, Lee. Because I gassed him up, yeah, and you know his quality. You don't like it. I know
his quality. I've admitted it.
You don't like it.
No, I've admitted his quality. If this was just me picking on Ahmad, real talk, yeah. If this was just me picking on Ahmad, how comes I say it on every single watch along I do? For any single team.
I don't agree with it. I don't agree with it.
We can
it has to be context behind it.
Context, you went from
let's not distract a celebration from the fact that United could have won it in the end. They could have won it.
It was offside anyway.
No, we don't know. We don't know. Apparently, they're saying we don't know yet.
The commentator said it was offside, didn't it? They said it was an offside.
But they didn't check the VAR though. No VAR was taken. So anyway, listen. For me, I'm happy with the performance. Yeah, I'm happy with the performance. But like I said to you, this is just one game, and we move. You know what I'm saying to you? We now go to Arsenal and we go and try and win that game, because I believe that game is closer than the game against Liverpool, because you'll have got injuries. So listen, like I said, Amarin, it's now building that consistency. Let's build that consistency.
Can I ask a question though, Say? Do you think that you've done a good performance in this game because Amarim had so long to prepare for it?
Yes.
That's what I was going to get at, because why didn't you guys perform like this in any of the other games against worse teams? Because it's the best team in the league, and to be honest, it's the best performance I've seen from you guys under Amram. So why?
It's $1 million question, bro. And the manager was pissed off. So was Bruno. He said, I'm not happy because where was this against Bournemouth and Nottingham Forest? But that's the mentality. And I think Lisandro talked about it, the mentality. He said, yo, like this team just buckles on the pressure. They don't know how to survive under pressure, and they panic and they make mistakes. And that's the sign of a good team. You have to be able to handle that pressure, and they don't. It's all good and well and beating Liverpool. Drawing against Liverpool and beating Man
You
City.
drew. This is the third time you've said win. You drew.
He just exposed himself there. He exposed.
Beating Man City,
the win. This is the
beating
win.
Man City and getting a draw against Liverpool. It's all good and well doing that, but I'm sorry, man. That game against Southampton, Brighton. I need back-to-back games. I need back-to-back wins, man. I need back-to-back wins in them 2 games. If you don't, then it all means nothing. So I thought Bruno's performance was
Would
excellent.
it shock you if you drop points to Southampton?
Of course, Southampton. Are you mad?
That's a possibility.
No. Listen. If you drop points to Southampton, then brother, I mean, conversation to be had, bro. Conversation to be had as to what the flip went on there, because they are shit, me. Have you seen them? How bad they are? Like, you need to get goals.
Ramsdale masterclass incoming.
Hey,
He ain't
brother.
kept a clean sheet all season.
Brother, Ramsdale is shit, bro. Their defense is shit. If we don't get a minimum of 3 or 4 goals in that game, brother, that's an L, bro. We need to be spattering them as well. So get that goal difference up. But ultimately, there was some good performances in that team, man. I thought Ugarte was excellent in that midfield. Like I said, Dalot had one of his best games in that game. So, you know what I mean? Like, and we made Liverpool, and especially.
Why didn't you mention that guy? Because you don't like him? Say the truth, baby. Say the truth. Who was your best player yesterday?
I think it was Ugarte, but people say
There you
Get
are.
out of here, man. It was the
There
butcher.
you are. Player
Well,
FC is
Butcher.
nice again.
he said
It
Butcher.
was Bruno. Be honest, it was Bruno.
I think it was Ugarte. Ugarte was excellent. If we didn't have Ugarte in that midfield, brother, it would have been hell.
United fans really hate Bruno. You know, I realize
Oh,
this
hey,
because
Bruno.
Ahmed said the
I
same
give
thing on
Bruno-
our yesterday. No one is giving Bruno credit. He won man of the match, by the way.
I'm giving Bruno credit. I did a
He
show.
was your best player. The guy was dribbling past our
He was
midfield. Like,
He was excellent. But
come
I
on,
think-
man. And he wasn't hoofing it, no grenade launching, nothing. He was keeping it simple.
He
Yeah.
bossed your midfield. He bossed your guys in midfield. Is that fair?
Yes, that's fair. But you have to say he was your best player. Stop being
For
shameless.
me, it was Ugarte. I just think it was Ugarte. So, you know what I mean? And yeah, Trent was a man of the match, man. Let's speak on Trent, man. What are you saying, man? Is the Real Madrid story affecting Trent?
Look, if I were to say that the contract story is affecting Salah or Van Dijk, all of you would tell me no, because they've been performing all year long. With Trent, this is the first game where I actively feel like his mind is elsewhere. This is the first game where I genuinely feel it, because like from the start of the season, he's had a good season. Like, even when you do team of the season videos and stuff like this, a lot of people say Trent for right back, because even defensively he hasn't been like overly cooked this year. Like, he's had very good defensive moments as well, but the game yesterday, I think his mind was elsewhere. And if a look can speak 1,000 words, the way Van Dijk looked at him at the end, bro, like, honestly, like, he was probably thinking, I'm gonna punch the shit out of this guy. Like, he was just thinking, I am gonna slap this guy in the dressing room, because he's just doing too much. He was the one that lost the ball as well for the goal that he conceded. And, you know, it was just like destructive to momentum. And the problem I had with Trent as well yesterday is he gave me nothing to defend him with. Meaning, I can't even come here today and say, oh yeah, but at least he created 2, 3, 4, 5 chances. He did this, he did that. He was absolutely non-existent. He was our worst player on the pitch. And he's my favorite player at Liverpool. Like, everyone knows how much I defend Trent, how much I love him. But listen, me, I'm not in denial. Okay? I know that the knock of Madrid is a different knock. And I do think that he will end up going to Real Madrid. That's my honest thoughts about it.
I've just seen Salah posted a picture of him, Trent, and Van Dijk like at Anfield like 20 minutes ago. Do you think that he's trying to make a little statement?
Where's that?
Just on Salah's Twitter. If you see, he literally just posted Twitter. It's just them three, and they're like on the pitch. And it's like, I don't know. Maybe there's something behind that.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope all three of them stay. I hope all three of them stay. But I am worried. I can't lie to you. Listen, people need to understand something. Whether you're English, South American, Italian, Jordanian, no matter where you're from, the knock of Madrid and Barcelona to an extent is a different knock. I understand why Trent is thinking this way, because with all due respect, it's not like Man City are coming in for him or a Bayern Munich or like other clubs. This is the club. This is the biggest club in the world, you know? So I understand, but the performance is still inexcusable. Like, there is no excuse for that performance right there. Whether there are contract talks or not, you should still put on that Liverpool shirt, be focused for 90 minutes, not get cooked defensively and provide nothing going forward, you know? And unfortunately, because of that Trent stinker, people aren't talking about Robertson stinker, who's been stinking it up the whole season. There's nothing new at this point. I've been asking for Tsimikas to start. I've had enough of Robertson, I'll be honest with you, completely. Darwin Núñez comes on, has no impact, trips over his own dribble, trips over his own 64 million of the Queen's finest at the time, now the King's finest. Can't dribble, can't pass, can't shoot, can't create, can't stay on side, can't do nothing. Cannot do nothing. Wallahi, the day we sell him, I will do a celebration stream, 8 hours, League Gunner style. I will bring food, I will bring shisha, I'll bring everything. I'm going to celebrate that shit. I've had enough of seeing his face. It just irritates my soul. But yeah, other than that, we have to bounce back. But I'm less confident for the league now, though. Like, I'll be honest with you, I am less confident for the league. I think
6 points clear, man.
Yeah, but can I tell you one thing? We did the same thing last season. Liverpool won, Manchester City won at Anfield. Everyone brought the calculators out, except me. I told them, guys, league's done. Because people need to understand this is about momentum. League title is about momentum. Now, I think who's going to win the title is the team that drops less points from now until May from Arsenal and Liverpool. Because we're going to both drop points again. So whoever drops less points is going to end up winning the league. And if somehow Manchester City win this league after winning 1 game in 15, then we must liquidate. We must liquidate and just stop trying at this point. Just stop trying. Try to win Carabao Cup, FA Cup, and fucking give up on the league, because it's impossible if we let Manchester City win it. And you can call it PTSD. You damn right it's PTSD. I lost the league twice, 1 point to Manchester City. So of course I have PTSD. This is normal. And I'm one of the few people who haven't ruled them out till this very second, because I know that satanic club can win 15 games in a row and ruin everyone's lives. So yeah, it's very unfortunate. But with Trent, I hope he stays. But I'm accepting more and more that he's gonna end up at Real Madrid. I think the other two stay.
What you man saying, man? Yeah, Liverpool, and then obviously Trent, man. CB, what you saying, CB?
I think when it comes to Trent, like you said, he's been actually pretty decent defensively. And yeah, I think the noise has been a bit louder last couple of weeks with the whole Real Madrid bidding and all of this type of stuff. And it's all but confirmed that he's leaving. And I saw yesterday watching the game, it's like every time he misplaced a pass or he just lost a duel, you can hear the fans groaning. Oh, that atmosphere, naturally, this is one of your own. Like, the way you guys are treating him as a fan base is even kind of mad. Naturally, like, you're all talking about not giving him a send-off, all of that. He's going to Real Madrid. He's not joining rivals. He's staying in the league. So that type of pressure naturally is going to get to him eventually, and you can see it as well. But as well, because he's actually defended pretty decent this season, the fact that this is a regular Trent performance against a big 6 team defensively. This is what we've seen the last 5-6 years. So we're seeing what we usually see, but because he's been decent, he's just getting corned for it. And as well as that, the pressure. But I do think the reason why he's dropped off defensively, or this performance yesterday, was down to just the way you guys as a fan base have been treating him. It's kind of mad.
I don't agree with anyone abusing him or something, but I don't think you could say the fan base is mad. CB, I'll be honest with you, that's utter woke nonsense. Complete utter woke
he's joining
The guy wants to leave mid-season to a different club while we're in a title race. It's normal for people to be pissed off. What do you want to go like, yay, Trent, yeah, you can leave to Madrid.
Yeah,
like,
this is what happens when you get emotionally attached to footballers.
He wants to finish the season here. Salah's leaving. He's confirmed he's leaving.
Yeah, but we don't know that for a fact. Like, and if he signs a pre-contract, like, obviously we want him to stay. I understand, and I've already. What did I tell you when I was speaking? I said I acknowledge the Madrid pull is different. I acknowledge the knock is different. I know that. You know, like there's another example on this panel. Saliba is being linked to Real Madrid. There are Arsenal fans who are accepting it. They understand, okay, this is Real Madrid. And there are Arsenal fans who are like, no, he's going to stay. The ones that say, no, he's going to stay are going to be more frustrated than the ones who accept that Real Madrid is the bigger club. They're going to leave and Saliba is going to go. So from Trent's perspective, the problem is that this is happening mid-season while we're top. That's what makes the fans pissed off. It's not the fact that it's Trent, because the fans are not pissed off at Salah and Van Dijk. Why? Because Salah has come out publicly 300 times and says, I want to stay here. I want to win the league. They're not giving me what I want. Same thing with Van Dijk. So Salah and Van Dijk have actively called out the club, but Trent have been a little bit more on silent. But this comes back to our ownership. Our ownership lack ambition. They're always going to be the biggest problem at this football club. Until they fuck off, we will never have sustainable trophies, sustainable success ever. Until they piss off, because we had Jurgen Norbert Klopp, who won back-to-back titles with Borussia Dortmund, who was unbelievable at Mainz, got them promoted for the first time in their history, and we let him down. So if we let Klopp down, again, let's Slot down. Because guess what? The January window is here. There is no contract extensions. We're not really being linked to any players seriously. Zubimendi, according to Guillem Balaguer, wants to leave now. Spain and
ignore everything Guillem Balaguer says. That guy said on
he's awful.
I hear it.
For about 7 years in a row. And he went to Barca.
Yeah, but the guy is more accepting to leaving, but Liverpool won't go back in for him. Oh, look at me. I have so much dignity and pride. Habibi, we need players. We cannot win this league without signing people. Unless Arsenal are like such big bottle jobs that they drop even more points than us. And the same thing with City. Like, I'm just looking at Arsenal and City and praying that they drop points while being 6 points ahead, because I know we will drop points again. So, yeah, that's
Have you not seen how we've been playing?
That's what I was gonna say. Like,
No.
are we not gonna move on to them next?
We will. But them 2 next games for you lot, yeah. Nottingham Forest away and Brentford away. Guys, are you man deep in this, bro? Like, them 2 games are tricky games, you know. Like,
yeah.
And what makes you think they can't win them?
I'm not saying.
I think we'll beat Forest. I think we will beat. Can I tell you why? Because Slot is obsessed with the Forest game, because he's mentioned the Forest game like 300 million times. Like, they could ask him how's the weather and he'd say we lost to Forest this year. So I know we're gonna beat Forest. Like, he's just mentioned that this is his like personal cup final, because it's the only loss he had the whole year last year as well. So I know we're gonna win that game. But you are right. Look, we have 7 away fixtures. I'll mention them for the panel here. That's why I'm worried, Lee. It's bigger than just how Arsenal are playing. City away, Chelsea away, Forest away, Brentford away, Brighton away, Aston Villa away, and Everton away. Now, someone will laugh, say, haha, Everton away. We have 1 win in Goodison in the last 7 years. We've been better than them every single year of the last 7, and we've only won 1 time there. So I have 7 difficult away fixtures. So, look, I am worried. This is
the way Brentford play and the way Brighton play, though. Like, you're going to create a hatful of chances.
Facts.
Brentford is more defensive.
Brentford ways are hard. Didn't Arsenal just pump them 3-1? Arsenal didn't have to play amazing that game. We
weren't even good in that game. Let's be real. We had a 10-minute spell in the second half and blew them away.
But we don't score corners. Like, that's the problem.
Oh, we only scored 1 set piece in that game.
You know, Hossam, yeah? Like, what's your best front 3 for you? Like, what would you want to see, like, in terms of your front 3? Because Salah, obviously, you can't just have the burden on Salah. Gakpo's done his thing, but would you want Jota or Diaz up front? Like, going forward from now, like, is it Jota or Diaz for you?
Listen, I'm not gonna flip-flop. I said our best front 3 this season is Gakpo, Diaz, and Salah, and I stick by it. If Diaz has a bad game, I'm not gonna come out directly after, because like Liverpool fans have this obsession with like, oh, bring Nunes on, bring Jota on, bring this guy on. Oh, like whoever's on the bench is the sexy thing, and whoever's starting is the shit player. That's just how some people operate. Like, oh, because the guy was on the bench, he came on. Jota's unbelievable, yes, but he's made from Weetabix. Someone could fart on him and he would get injured to the end of the season. So I understand why we're using him a little bit to a smaller degree. Is he the better finisher? Yes. Is he better in foot of goal? Yes. But if I want to build momentum with a front 3 and understanding, I'd rather go Diaz, Gakpo, Salah, so they can build an understanding. They can interchange. And, you know, hopefully they're a bit more consistent. Diaz, some can say he had a bad game yesterday, but we were overrun in midfield. Our front 3, by the way, they didn't get the ball as much as they should have. Like, they did not get the ball in dangerous areas because our midfield was overrun because of all the fullbacks just being absolute dog shit. So Gravenberch and McAllister had to do so much work covering right back and left back. McAllister yesterday was unbelievable. I've been saying he's our best midfielder. He's our best. Like, he's unbelievable. I don't know how we signed him for 30 million. So, yeah, when it comes to that, that's the front 3, like Salah, Diaz, and Gakpo. But unfortunately for us, we have a reality that we must acknowledge. If Salah does not play at a 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10 level, do I trust the other 2 to step up and cook by themselves? No, because we need Salah to perform to a certain level. Because none of them are deadly. We don't have a Mane in this team. We don't have a Firmino. We don't have a Suarez, a Torres, a Fowler, an Owen, a Heskey even. Like, we don't even have someone like that. Like, you know, so, yeah.
Yeah. Now, listen, I think for me, I think Arne Slot is a good manager. I think, you know what I'm saying? Yesterday, he just got it wrong, maybe, tactically. I think maybe there was a certain situation. He didn't expect Man United to be this good yesterday. And you know what? Football's a humbler, man. That's why the Premier League's the best league, and most entertaining league in the world.
And best league, stand on business.
It definitely ain't the best
Best
league.
league,
It's the
stand
worst
on
league for
business
quality.
side. Don't let Lee bully you to change your mind. It is the best league in the world.
No, because you know what
It is the best league in the world.
He loves his little Granada versus Girona watch longs.
And I'll tell you what, yeah, they're both of them will play you off the park, mate. So don't worry about that.
I can't really say that, you know. We got beat by Wolves.
Big up Granada. Big up.
I'm Bournemouth.
Yeah, let me get these super chats before we move on to Arsenal. Nadir, he says City isn't back in the title race until Tixie the fraud picks up the phone calls for Douglas Luiz, get the centre back sided and right back. Otherwise, top four will be a struggle. I'm honest, the 4-1 was because of Savio. We'll give Savio his praise, don't worry. You know what I mean? We will, don't worry. And LB's coming. He's just having some work done in his house. So big up to LB. Big up to Tyler Jones, man. I appreciate the donation, my friend. He says United drew, Liverpool drew, Arsenal drew, Chelsea drew, Spurs lost. We will, you know, the Spurs always had to be different, isn't it? Shout out to Spurs.
None of us here won. How about that? None of us here won, so no one's cooking me.
Oh, you got
no points. You got no points, bro.
Yeah,
That's
tell
cool.
him, CB, man, he can hold that. No points again.
You know what? I ain't got no points for however many weeks, but I'm still above you, Saeed. So know your level, bro. Know your level.
This is a mid-off.
No, but I'm not getting involved.
I'm gonna take
I'm
one.
not sticks the most. Like,
You can do that, bro. You can enjoy that, bro. Yeah, because brother, I don't want to be associated with that nonsense right now. But listen, do your thing. Big up to Mash Groom says, big up CB knows what it means to be a blue MCGA. I don't know
make
what
Chelsea great again, man. Make Chelsea great again. Standards FC, man. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah,
We've got to whip the fan base up.
yeah. Man United did your shit club a favor. Zip it. You know what I'm saying?
They ain't done
Did
my
you
club a
favor, man?
favour at all. What are you talking about, done my club a favour?
Back in the title race. Let's talk on your club, man.
Okay, hold up 1 second. Before we do, we're back in the title race. So on that basis, then Man City are still available to finish above us, things. They're 6 behind us.
Yeah.
And Man City have actually won 1 game less than Arsenal this season in the league.
Yeah.
Arsenal have not strung more than 3 straight wins together in the Premier League this season.
Yeah. That's crazy. That's crazy.
And we've only done
I
it
still
twice.
think City are in a title race. I can't lie. I still think it.
Nah, I don't know. It depends what they do.
City are not in it. City are not in
It
it.
depends what they do in January.
I still think they're going to finish above Arsenal and Chelsea.
Yeah, but you guys keep like
I do.
pushing them to the side. They can win 12 in a row, 13 in a row. What's stopping them?
No,
that's
they're
true.
not,
That's
man.
true.
But let's focus on Arsenal for now. Arsenal, you lot, brother, crying over the penalty, man. Disgrace.
I thought it was a penalty. I can't lie.
It's not a penalty, man, Lee. I'm sorry.
It's not.
The guy blatantly
headbutted the guy.
headbutted him.
He's headbutted him.
It's a penalty.
Yeah. That's what I said. Are you
No,
agree?
you said it weren't a penalty.
No, I said it was a penalty.
No, you just said then it weren't a penalty. Did I hear wrong? Did he just say it?
No,
wasn't?
Saeed, you did say it wasn't. Saeed said it wasn't a penalty.
Yeah.
No,
Maybe
no,
he said it by mistake. So you think it's a penalty or not? A
Well, he
penalty?
keeps thinking that Man United beat Liverpool. So yeah.
No, it's a penalty. It's a penalty.
Oh, I thought it was a penalty as well. Listen, the reason I think that's a penalty, yeah, people are saying that it hit Saliba after João Pedro won the ball. It then bounced off Saliba's head. Cool. Well, now if the goalkeeper comes flying out, yeah, you touch the ball, but you take it round the keeper, and then he's just got a little touch on the glove and wipes you clean out. It's still a penalty. Yeah,
Exactly.
last season in the same fixture, by the way, Gabriel Jesus won a penalty, up against Tariq Lamptey, where he's gone into the penalty box. Tariq Lamptey is Jesus has kicked the ball. Tariq Lamptey's got the slightest little touch on it and wiped him out. Penalty. What's the difference? And people are saying, "Oh yeah, but I've never seen anything like this before." That don't mean it ain't part of the game, mate. That don't mean that it's anywhere on the pitch it would have been a drop ball. What are we talking about? Yeah, not only that, why are we crying about referees again when Arsenal drop points? Yeah, we had 1 shot in the second half. Not 1 shot on target, 1 shot.
Facts.
We had 3 shots on target all game. 1 was the goal, and I genuinely can't remember the other 2.
Yeah,
what are we doing here?
Yeah.
Where's our creativity? Yeah, we had 4 DMs and 3 centre backs on the pitch. Can somebody explain to me what Mikel Moreno does? I told you that guy's a scrub. I watched him at Sociedad. Nearly every single game last season, he's trash. He's crap. Yeah, he drops Martinelli, who's actually been scoring goals recently, then brings him on and plays him on the right, and he did fuck all. Our captain, by the way, was an absolute shambles. He completed 4 passes in half an hour. Yeah, and this is our creative spark. He gave the ball away more times than he completed passes. Yeah, guy's a fraud, man. Stop telling me this Odegaard's good. This Odegaard stinks. Oh, but he's been in and out the team. And what? And what, mate? Yeah, apparently you're the captain. Lead by example. Yeah, Thomas Partey, again, for me, was our best player. But now he's playing at right back again. Yeah, and we knew he was going to be at right back. So why did he stay on the pitch when we were winning 3-1 the other day against Brentford? Because Timber got himself suspended for time wasting. Right? So how did you keep Thomas Partey on the pitch? Yeah, you should have took him off as soon as that went 3-1. Yeah, or maybe give it another 10 minutes and take him off. So then he could play right back. But either way, he was still good at right back. Declan Rice was an absolute stinker and, well, stayed on the pitch. Yeah, he was awful. Yeah, that midfield was awful. Jorginho was awful. The whole team were crap. Jesus, what did he do? Yeah, what did he do? The only player that looked like he wanted to do it. Oh, yeah, forgot about Calafiori. Oh, my days. Calafiori, yeah? Oh, but he's so good looking. Like, what's that got to do with anything? No, I'm sick to death of this football club, mate. It winds me up. Yeah, I'm going to watch a proper football club at 6 o'clock tonight. Yeah, get through to the next round of the cup. Yeah, and they'll put their reserve team out. Their reserve team. Oh, check this stat out, by the way. Yeah, Real Madrid's entire squad cost 640 million euro. Yeah, Arsenal's entire squad cost 800 million euro. Now look at theirs. Yeah, they're bringing Modric and Camavinga off the bench the other day. What are we doing? Yeah, what are we doing? Bringing Martinelli off the bench. Like, come on, get out of here. I'm sick to death of it. The only decent player in that game was Thomas Partey. Ethan weren't even good in the first half. He kept giving the ball away, but at least he was trying to do something. Trossard was awful. Yeah, it's pathetic, bro. It's absolutely pathetic. That manager has coached the life out of this club. Yeah, they all look petrified to do anything. Yeah, they have to stay in their own little bit of the pitch. And if you step out of that, oh, not only that. Yeah, everyone's saying, oh, yeah, Ethan, it was harsh for him getting booked. Anthony Taylor's got an agenda. Anthony Taylor helped us win 2 FA Cups, mate. Now, I don't want to hear none of it about referees, especially that referee, because he's actually done Arsenal a few favours, yeah, against Chelsea in 2 cup finals. Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm sick to death of it, mate. How many times do we drop points and they'd cry and cry and cry about the refs? How about cry about your manager? Yeah, that you've been backing for 5 years. How about cry about the shit performances from every player on the pitch? Yeah, how about cry about the lack of bench? Yeah, how about cry about the lack of tactics in game? How about cry about, oh no, who's going to step up? Oh, the captain's coming on. Cool. Well, he's going to, oh, well, he didn't do anything. He's got a free pass again. Oh, but he looked ill. He was on the bench because he had a cold. Yeah, why is he in the squad then? Why? Because we've got no one else. Because we didn't do what was required again in that summer window, mate. And I keep saying it and keep saying it and keep saying it. We're now sat on the 6th of January and ain't bought anyone. And now Ethan's injured as well.
Yeah, how long's he out for? Because that's a huge blow, man, for you. Like, if you don't have
apparently he's done a hamstring. I ain't seen it confirmed yet, but he's going to be out as well. Yeah, not only that, right? I just want to say one more thing, and I'll shut up. Yeah, I sit there, me, Matty, and Ola. We sit there and we time how long it takes to take corners and free kicks. Yeah, and throw-ins because it's fucking boring, mate. Yeah, it's done by design. Yeah, to slow the game down. How comes we go 1-0 up and then we don't bother attacking? It's all done. Why have we got 7 lumps in the team? 8 lumps, big 6'3", 6'4" units in the team. Yeah, because we'll just bully you, we'll rattle you off the ball, yeah, and we'll slow the game down. Then what we'll do is we'll take the piss on every single throw-in and take half an hour. Look at that throw-in at the end from Thomas Partey. He held it and held it and held it and held it and held it, and the ref said, "Fuck it, I'll just blow the whistle 20 seconds early then," which is what he did. We need a goal, mate. Yeah. Just before that, by the way, Declan Rice took 55 seconds to take a free kick. We're in the 4th minute of stoppage. In 4th minute, bang on 94 minutes, we got that free kick. 94:55 is when he took the free kick. Why? What are you waiting for? Yeah. Then it goes out for a throw in after that, and Partey's standing there, and the ref just went, oh, "Fuck off, then." Yeah, cool. I'll just blow the whistle, mate. Yeah, and the end of the game, 20 seconds or 10 seconds earlier, whatever. Yeah, every time Ben White or Timber take a throw in, 30 seconds. Every time Ethan's corner took over a minute to take. Yeah. Took over a minute, you know. Yeah, it's bullshit, bro. I'm sick of this crap.
As well for a
yeah, he got booked for it.
Yeah.
We've got
That was
the
in the
most
first
bookings
half.
for time wasting this season, by the way.
Mm.
Yeah, our goalkeeper's been booked twice this season for time wasting. Both times we were not winning the game. One against Chelsea, yeah, and one against Brighton at home.
And one against Liverpool, by the way.
Maybe it's 3 times then, yeah. One against Liverpool as well.
One against us. I remember Raya got booked against us as well.
Yeah, it's embarrassing. How many times have we got to do this? Yeah, how many times have we got to keep getting bookings? We lost our right back for that game because he was an idiot and took 40 seconds to take a throw in. Yeah, get on with it. We're doing this deliberately, thinking he thinks he's slick, this manager, mate. Yeah, carry on thinking you're slick, mate. You'll be out of a job by the summer. Yeah, because I'll tell you something, yeah, there was a lot of fucked off Arsenal fans at the weekend that went to that game. They've stood in the snow, the cold, the wind, the rain to watch that crap. Yeah. And it's not even like it's a one-off. Nobody can name me 3 good games that you've gone, wow, Arsenal were amazing today. There ain't 3 that we've had this season. We played over 25 games.
Lee, weren't there some Arsenal fans saying it didn't feel like a loss?
Well, yeah, this is what they do, though, Jordz. Yeah, they sit there and they're trying to convince themselves that Liverpool look rattled, yeah, and the cracks are appearing. Well, guess what? They've been saying that for the last 6 weeks, and we ain't caught a single point up on them yet. Yeah, we've both got the same points in the last 6 weeks.
I think Arsenal have played good more than 3 times, though. Forest, Lisbon,
I said Crystal Palace as well, especially
West Ham. Like, you've had good games.
I was talking about league games. Sorry, league games.
Okay,
I said 25 games in total, but league games. League games.
I agree and disagree with Lee. I'll tell you where I agree, where I disagree. Look, I think Arsenal are capable of playing attacking football, but I think this is managerial instructions. I think if Arsenal actually, okay, I'm giving you a crazy scenario that doesn't exist in reality, but let me just say for the sake of it. Let's assume for the sake of argument, Klopp was the Arsenal manager this season. Arsenal, I think, are like 6 points ahead, just based off of style alone and the way that they would play football. You would see the likes of Martinelli, Trossard, Saka on a lot better GA, like a lot better productivity, because they like perfect example for me is the Forest game. Arsenal actually take initiative. They decide to attack. They decide to play football, and they're up 3-0, and the fullbacks are high. The thing that always dictates it to me is I see the fullback positioning for Arsenal. When they're flying high up the pitch, I know they're trying to attack. They're trying to do something, but you can't. This is the issue in the Brighton game. Number one, Arteta was playing for a 1-0, 100%. As soon as he scored the one goal, he just wanted to win the game 1-0. Number two, you can't play your best midfielder at right back. I understand you might have injuries, but if you do need a right back, you could play Rice there. Even he's more athletic, as an example.
No, sorry to cut in, Hussam, yeah? He could have played Calafiori there, right? And played an actual flipping left back at left back. Yeah, because we have 3 of them on the bench. We have 3 left backs on the bench.
Yeah.
No, I hear you, but I'm saying if you want to do that, you could play the athletic guy Rice at right back and keep your best midfielder in midfield, because Partey has been Arsenal's best midfielder this season, and attack. Because guess what? Brighton were rattled in that first half. Brighton did in the first half. Arsenal were a lot better, but you go 1-0 up instead of going for the 2-0 and the 3-0 and 4-0 and the kill. You decide to and it's funny because Brighton in the second half. Look, penalty aside, I think it was a penalty. Brighton
there was only one team that wanted to win that game in the second half.
Yeah, Brighton deserved to win. Brighton actually fully deserved to win based on that second half performance. After they equalized, they kept building up momentum, and they kept cooking, and they were the ones that are showing initiative to actually attack, even with the scoreline like being 1-1. And
but this comes back to what I've been saying. How are we time wasting all the way through a game? Every game, whether we're winning 4-0 or whether we're losing 1-0 or whether we're drawing 1-1. We are time wasting constantly, bro. Yeah, where's the urgency with this club? Sorry, go on.
What's changed, yeah, because you guys used to be a team where you knew you could outscore them. Especially last season, where you go down or teams equalize. You're getting 2 more after that. Now it shows with the time wasting. You don't have faith within this system, at least the players, that you can do that. It's like once the team scored against you, it's like, oh, fuck, let's just try to get out of here alive. It's not fuck it, I'm getting 2-3 more goals. What's changed though?
I'll tell you what's changed. Yeah, this manager can't build an attack. Yeah, and when we were doing that attacking football in the 8-point season, nobody expected us to rock up at their stadium and play like that, because there was no previous with this manager of playing like that. And the fact that Jesus was cooking before he got injured before the World Cup, they had Martinelli, Odegaard was playing great. Yeah, Saka does what Saka does. Do you know what I'm saying? All 4 of them were just cooking. Yeah, then we bottled the title because of his fuck-ups, because he rushed Gabby Jesus back after he had knee surgery, rushed him in when Trossard was cooking. Yeah, he took Trossard out the team and put Jesus back in, and we bowled it. I'm not blaming it on Jesus, by the way. I'm just saying is that manager. Then the following season, he's thought, cool, right, what I better do then, is I'll go and buy another load of centre backs and play him at left back. Yeah, and we'll buy a 29 from your lot. Yeah, and we'll play him in midfield. Well, that failed. So now we're putting him up front. Yeah. Oh, and that still failed. Yeah, and it's like we've got a defensive striker, an attacking goalkeeper, of inverted fullbacks. Yeah, and a bunch of fucking. Well, let's be real. Yeah, we have our goalkeeper. Have you seen how many times he's outside of his box to the left or right of his penalty box?
He's your six. He's basically your six, bro.
At any point this season, he's getting lobbed. Yeah, because as soon as he gives the ball away or one of our midfielders gets pressed, it's going straight in the back of the net. Yeah, I've had enough of it. How many more years have we got to do this? We should have been out there buying a right winger. Yeah. Oh, but who's going to play second fiddle to Saka? Who gives a shit? Who's playing second fiddle to fucking Rodrigo, mate, or Vinny Jr.? Yeah. Yeah, that's what we should be looking at. That's why we knocked the stadium down. Yeah. And we've spent more than them. In fact, Real Madrid have been outspent in the last 5 years by West Ham. Yeah. Yeah. So there's no excuse for us not to build a squad. Yeah. This manager didn't want Smith Rowe. He ain't replaced him. He didn't replace Fabio Vieira. Not that I rate him anyway. Yeah. He got rid of our bench that was deemed not good enough and replaced them with nobody. Yeah. And name me a club, lads, here. Name me a club in world football that has been that close. Yeah. That close to winning a title. Yeah. And not bothered to go and strengthen properly in the summer. Name me one. The only one I can think of is maybe Liverpool.
It's like what you said, though, Lee. It's by design because the manager had full control in the summer. We know that now that Edu's gone. He had full control of what the Arsenal and the team wanted to do and how they wanted to take forward. You've said it here as well, that the squad building is done by the manager. And now this season, he's taken an approach to take a step back on the attacking football, try focus on you guys defensively. But defensively, you're not even better than you was last year. I'm pretty sure you're leaking more goals than you was. You're not getting through any of these games. Early in the season, we was told the reason that you're dropping points and it was because of the red cards. You're not getting red cards now. You're just not breaking down teams. The attacking football is non-existent. Without Waneri in that first half, you guys would have been shit. Waneri was doing everything down that right-hand side. He's a problem.
Well, at least he was trying. Like, he was giving the ball away a lot, yeah. But that's because he had no one to pass to. So he thought, fuck it, I'll try and dribble past everyone.
Yeah,
and that's why maybe he's not injured. I said at half time. I said before half time actually. When he got booked, I said he'll be off at half time. I said to Matty Arnold on the watch log. I said I guarantee he takes him off at half time. Yeah, because he's on a yellow card and he don't trust him enough because he's a kid. Yeah, whereas if it's Jorginho on a yellow card, he'll keep him on. Yeah, so then he's going, oh, I think we've lost Ethan. That was his words.
Jorginho should have been sent off, by the way, just so we acknowledge.
Oh, 100%. But some gooners ain't mentioning that, mate.
Because he was fly kicking a Brighton player.
Yeah, exactly. But they don't look at that, though. That's the thing, though, man.
They never talk about that.
What do Arsenal
say again, CB?
I said they will never talk about that challenge. But just to answer your question, yeah, about what top team, and it actually is mad. He's gonna rattle you. Is Spurs. Spurs missed
They're not a top team, man.
Trophy, and then bring it in by no one. And at least Spurs went to the Champions League final. That's the matter.
Yeah, but they were close and didn't sign anyone. So CB is right. I can.
No, I hear it. But guess what? What's the common denominator here? Yeah. Yeah, what's the common denominator here? We're all Premier League teams with shit owners.
Yeah.
American owners.
Yeah.
American owners never gonna
it's
change.
Mad. And the thing is, I don't see how it changes. We got Newcastle tomorrow. Yeah, we got Newcastle. If we do not beat them by at least 2 goals, we're out of that cup. Yeah, because we know Eddie Howe's coming with his strongest team. He's not one. They ain't won a trophy from.
I was going to say
my dad was one. No, my dad weren't even born. My dad's 66. Yeah, my dad weren't even born the last time Newcastle won a trophy. You best believe they're coming to the Emirates with their full squad. I know Bruno's injured. No, suspended, sorry. Yeah, look at the way they're bopping people off the park at the minute. Yeah, and they got unlucky. Yeah, I know we're going to talk about Spurs in a second, the handball and all of that. Yeah, but I just look at it and I think, after that, we've got Man United. Well, that could have been a confidence boost that they've just got to draw at Anfield. Then what? Yeah, and let's be real. As it stands right now, Man United's bench is better than ours. You got more options off the bench than we have right now.
Yo, listen.
All of our options off the bench are fucking left backs.
So he's not sure. He wants to run with it. He's not sure if he's going to come back to the back.
But you know what? Let's look at the transfer window. What? Because Cunya's not coming now. So that Cunya.
Well, I do keep telling everyone, Ignore these transfers.
Cunha used Arsenal to get a contract extension, guys. Cunha used Arsenal Football Club to get a contract extension
I didn't want him
at
anyway.
Wolverhampton Wanderers. Imagine.
Yep. I didn't want him anyway.
That is a
He's
baller.
mad overrated.
Nah, come on, man.
Bro, you've got Martinelli on your left-hand side and then Trossard. You can't call Cunha over it. He'd come in and slot right into your team.
Because he wouldn't be able to have freedom to play. Not only that, we don't play our Wolves play. Everyone attacks them. Nobody attacks us apart from Brighton at the weekend. What's he going to do? Yeah, what would he do in our squad? Yeah, real talk. What would he do for us? Because he ain't going to get the time and space to do what he wants to do. He ain't going to be running from the left and then over on the right 10 minutes later and then in the centre pulling the strings. Because this manager tells you, come out of that little area of the pitch, you're getting sub, mate. And when you won't, you'll sit down for 4 weeks. Yeah, this manager is a control freak, and I hear it. But at the same time,
Cunha can create his own chance. That's the different thing.
Yeah, he can. But at the end of the day, is he worth 70 million? No.
Who would you go and get? Who would you go and get, Lee? Be honest.
Do you know what I'd do? This manager's got 3 years on his contract, 2.5, 3 years on his contract. Yeah, I'd pay him his 15 million a year to fuck off. Then the rest of the money, I'd go and get Inzaghi out of his contract. Yeah, that's what I'd spend it on. That'd be the best 100 million quid.
What players would you bring?
No, I don't want no players. This man has wasted nearly 800 million quid of the club's money on shit like Lokonga, Marino, Runnison, Neto on loan, Sterling on loan, and any other scrub that you want to think of. Yeah,
I hear him.
Kivior.
What about this?
Pablo Marie.
I've heard you guys have been linked to Kubo. Obviously, I know you've probably seen quite a bit of him this season. Don't you think that'd be a good acquisition?
Nope. Another one that's mad overrated is shit. He's better technical. He's a better technical player than Mitoma, but they're both the same player on the different side of the pitch, bro. They're mad inconsistent. Yeah, when it comes off, it looks amazing. Yeah, if I was to go and buy a player right now, it'd be Alex Baena from Villarreal. He's a fucking baller, that guy. Yeah, and I'll take Odegaard out the team, sell him whole bench, give the armband to Gabriel, and play Baena at number 10. Yeah, because he can play left, which is where he plays, but I don't know why, because he's a number 10. Yeah, they always play him on the left, and they do for Spain as well. Yeah, but I'd buy him, and put him at number 10. Watch how quick we start creating.
Yeah.
Kubo is like a shit version of Harvey Elliott. Like, not really a winger, not really a 10, not really a midfielder, not that athletic, which is needed in the...
He's just got good feet.
Bro, Kubo's over inside. You're doing this like you're going based off of comps or something. Kubo's not that good, I promise you. Wallahi, they show La Liga on BN Sport. I watch every now and then. Kubo is not that good. I wouldn't take Kubo at Liverpool.
No.
I wouldn't.
No, I'd rather pick another lad out of the academy and play him there.
I wouldn't want him anyway.
Bro, most of these wingers, they're Ilias at Villarreal's quality as well, but he's done an ACL. But again, when I said that to a gal, he Googled his name because he'd never heard of him, but apparently he knows all the ballers. Yeah. And he said, but he's got no GA. And what, mate?
Yeah.
Big up.
Can he? It's not just about GA. I'm sick of death. Don't even get me started on that because I'll do 2 hours ranting about that. Yeah, I'll shut up.
Savio's got GA.
Yeah, Savio's better than any winger at my football club. Yeah.
Savio finally getting that GA, eh?
Yeah, he's getting that GA.
Hey, your club's then well, obviously Saka's got GA, so we'll take Saka out of what I just said. Yeah, right, for now. Right, but your club employs Brennan Johnson and Timo Werner, and your club employs Garnacho.
Wait, you're not going to get on me about Brennan Johnson. Brennan Johnson's got like 15 GA. You want to talk about GA, bro?
And he's still shit,
well done. Well done. 15 GA. And there's still, in fact, that's 2 less than how many years you've gone without a trophy, mate. Hold that.
Yeah. Let me get these super chats in the last, guys. There's 900 likes right now. Let's get to 1,000 likes, people, man.
You're repping Brennan Johnson. I can't believe.
Can I decide before you do? Can I just give everyone a scenario from hell? Yeah. Some way, somehow, Spurs beat Liverpool in the Carabao Cup semi-final, and the final is Arsenal against Spurs. If you have
a final nail in Arteta's coffin, if we lose that,
if you think that Lee has crashed out already, if Arteta's the reason Spurs get their first trophy in 15 years, Lee
17
is
17 years. 17.
He's gonna lose.
I don't think he would show up. I think Lee
the whole family.
Oh no, that'd be a 24-hour emergency meeting.
48-hour, man. You know what I'm saying? Let me get, guys, it's 2.6K in the building. Let's get to 1,000 likes, people, man. We're not far off it. Less than 100 away. Big up Rasta Stock says Spurs is and will always be shit. Our tapas should get a new dog and call it nothing. That's fair. Big up Tyler Jones again. Big up to you, my friend. He says United fans acting like Josh Kiddie. Premature celebrations. Wow.
If you watch NBA, you know.
Wow.
That joke is done.
Oh, wait, I wanted to quickly ask Lee before you
I don't
move
know who
on.
that guy is,
Yeah.
if I'm honest.
Out of the next 3 games you got, what are you more focused on? Because obviously you got semi-final, and then you got the FA Cup 3rd round against Manchester United, and then you got Spurs in the league at home,
and then Villa,
which is obviously
at home.
They got some tough games, you know, Arsenal.
Good luck, mate.
What game are you most focused on, and think
All of
that's
them.
like a most must win? Obviously, all of them, but FA Cup, League Cup.
I to be honest, I think the only realistic chance we have of a trophy is the Carabao Cup. Yeah, and I want to win it. Yeah, I say it every year. It pisses me off that this manager throws our cups in the bin every year. Yeah, since he won the FA Cup, he's won 2 FA Cup games since. And that FA Cup was 6 FA Cups ago, by the way, or 5 FA Cups ago. Yeah, he's done 3rd round, 4th round, 3rd round, 4th round. Yeah, since he won the FA Cup. Yeah, and the Carabao Cup, I don't think he got to the semi against Liverpool and then bottled that. Other than that, his record in that's crap. So yeah, Newcastle, and that when that draw happened, yeah, people getting on my case because I said that's the worst possible outcome. Yeah, because I fancy my chances against Tottenham because it's Tottenham. Yeah, and Liverpool. Yeah, we know that they're going to mix and match their team and play some of the younger players because that's what Slott's been doing so far. Yeah, but Newcastle, they're desperate for a trophy, bro. Yeah, and Eddie Howe,
they've not won in 50 years.
About 60 or 70, but even ways, it's the same thing, isn't it? But they're going to go for it, man. And they've got an elite level midfield as a unit. I don't think all the players individually are amazing. Yeah, they're very good. But as a unit, Sonali, Bruno, and Joe Linton, boy, that's hard work, mate.
Yeah,
because that's got a bit of everything.
Yeah, spot on, man.
So, yeah,
Newcastle. I think Newcastle have probably the most athletic midfield in the league. Like pace and power strictly, they can just because when we went to St. James's Park, they pressed us to pieces. They're very difficult to play against.
But they got no Bruno Guimaraes. He's out.
But then I look here and I think like, but then if their midfield is so good, which allows because Murphy goes under the radar, by the way. He has a great season. He does. And then on the other side, you've got Gordon. He's a problem for any fullback on his day, isn't it? And he has quite a lot of days. So, I'm not looking forward to that, man. Then up front, they got Isak. He's having a little bit of a purple patch at the minute. So it's going to be long. That's going to be very hard work. And if we go out there with Thomas Partey being midfield because Timber will be back. But if we go out there with Odegaard on the pitch, boy, that's going to be long.
Yeah, let's see.
I think Arsenal need to win by 2+ goals because they go to St. James's Park.
We've had one shot on target in 2 seasons
in a month's time.
James's Park.
Yeah.
So all right, you're right. 2 goals at least. Otherwise, we're done.
Let's see. Let's talk on the proper Chelsea. Man like CB, 2 points from 12, from Mr. Chill Guy to Mr. What should we call Chill Guy now, guys? What should we call them? What's their new word now? Like, is
Mr.
it
United, man?
Yeah, man. Like, what's going on at Chelsea, bro?
Mr. Lithuania.
Firstly, that Chill Guy stuff was cringe, man. Like, just get that out of the way. That section of the fan base, we're doing Chill Guy, all coming to me. I'm Standards FC. If you guys don't know, it's MCGA, make Chelsea great again. That's what it stands for. We're trying to uplift the standards that we know. My first Chelsea game, I think I said it to you, Side. My first Chelsea game, I went to, my old man took me to the bridge, was 8-0 against Wigan, final day of the season. We lifted a trophy. Drogba got a hat-trick and won a golden boot. So now I don't know what's happened since the pandemic. The standards have gone through a cliff, especially under this new ownership. When we were second in the league, I literally shed a tear because I was like, oh my God, standards might be like back to what we know. Factory settings are back. 2 points off a title. All of these Chill guys were not in the. If your manager is saying outright, we're not in the title race every week, we're not in the title race, what do you think that does to the players? Their mentality? Do you think they're going into this run of games that we've had? Everton, fair enough, is Goodison Park. We don't really have a good record there. We lost 2-0 last time. I'll take a draw. I wasn't happy with a draw, but I'll accept it. It was 2 points off a title at that point. If we won against Everton, Liverpool would have went into the Spurs game with us top of the table. Now, the Fulham game, I put that down to the manager. We was 1-0 up. It's 80th minute. You've made no subs. We're under pressure. The Chelsea I don't know what's happened to our fan base where we think we're above defending now. Oh my gosh, how dare you suggest that we park the bus at Fulham at home? It's Fulham, what do you expect? Oh, we built the bricks, the layers. What this badge actually means comes from parking the bus, defending standards. So when everyone's saying that, the manager does in the 80th minute, in Nkunku for Jackson sub. We lose the game 2-1. At the time, I said, why are you bringing on strikers? You got defenders on the bench. It was 1-0. Ipswich, you put Disasi right back, Josh Achampong on the bench. Naturally, everyone's asking, why is Disasi playing right back? He scored an own goal against you when you was managing Leicester from right back. But he plays him there anyway, no problem. All right, then, it's fine. And then we lose the game. Now, against Crystal Palace, it's the same thing all over again. We're 1-0 up in the 80th minute. The first sub of the game is Mark Gu for Jackson. Fair enough, Jackson missed some chances. Fair enough, we could have got a penalty. It's not about penalties. The ref told Paul Palmer to give the ball away in his own half? Did the ref told Maresca to not make no subs? Did the ref miss Jackson's chances for him? So all this penalties talk, I don't want to hear it. But what I will say is I want to actually make an apology to Mikel Mudryk. You know, me personally, I was calling him Steve Rogers without the super serum. You know, a make-a-wish wingard, like criminal, he's a war criminal, the base Joseph Coney. We're saying all sorts of things about him. But since he's been out of the squad, since he's got that suspension, we're winless in 4 games. You look at the games, it's actually Ipswich. First win that they've got at home since 2002. Fulham's first win at Stamford Bridge in 45 years. You know, Crystal Palace basically done the double over us. And now we're back at a point where we're asking ourselves, fuck, are we actually going to get top 4? Are we confidently going to get top 4?
Don't bottle this. Don't bottle top 4, bro.
2 points behind us. Man City are 2 points behind us. Newcastle are a point behind us. We're going into the January transfer window. I want to remind our fan base, because this toxic positivity crew kills me. They were running around doing, Win Stanley and Lawrence Stewart, best directors in the game, posting their pictures, all of this type of stuff. I saw someone on Twitter have Lawrence, Win Stewart on the back of his kit. What the fuck? So you've done that. They've told us it was a 4-window plan and we'll be able to challenge for the title. That's mainly one of the main reasons why I believe we can win the league. Because I said, you know what? It's the 4th window. Let's see what they're about. They've spent the money. It's showtime. We went into the summer window asking for a goalkeeper, a centre-back, a midfielder, a striker. They've come back. They spent 100 million on KDH, Kellerman, and Felix. We don't even know who Kellerman is. He could come on the stream right now and join the panel and no one will know it's him. It's that bad. Like, so they've
you find him too now.
Asking for all the same things. We need a keeper, we need a striker, we need a midfielder. Like, I'm at a point now where even everyone's trying to criticize Maresca. Yeah, Maresca, in my opinion, is he's done well. You know, the fact we were second, I felt like we could believe that we was in a title race. I salute that. I will never take that away. But bro, Poch's last 19 games, he got 40 points. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, this guy, he's got 26, he's got what, 35 in his last 19. We're all blaming the directors. Oh, Jackson missed his chances. But when Enzo Fernandez done a back heel in front of goal in the Carabao Cup final, not everyone blamed Poch for losing that game. Now all of a sudden, it's not Maresca's fault for not doing no subs until the 80th minute and he subbed on a striker. Oh, it's Jackson for missing the chances. We have to keep it a spade, call a spade a spade. The players aren't good enough. That's just what it is. We knew this from a long time. These players are running around like they're clearly not wearing my club's badge on their shirt. They look like they're running around in a singlet. A baggy singlet as well. The ones that go like this is a crew neck singlet. Dirty ones is even brown. Do you know the one that El Chapo got arrested in? That's what these lot are playing in. It's definitely not my club's badge. Them last 4 games, definitely not. So until we fix that, and I'm actually at a point where we need a striker and a midfielder before anything. Is a non-negotiable. Like the fact that last season we were saying, this is the last thing I'm gonna say because I'm rambling. When it comes to Chelsea, my head just gets hot. The last thing I'll say is, last season, this time last year, we were saying, bring Cassidy back on loan. He's having a good season with Newcastle. Bring Cassidy back on loan. And Andre Santos isn't getting minutes at Nottingham Forest. Bring him back. They can help in the midfield. Then this year it's, bring Andre Santos back on loan. He's having a good season. Bring back Ugochukwu. He's not getting any minutes. He will help us. It's a fever dream. We're in the same cycle again and again. Jorgensen and Sanchez. Which one? Last year was Petrovic and Sanchez. Mark Gu should be getting minutes. Last year was Broja should be getting minutes. Fam, Bring real players in the team. We're fucking Chelsea. The fact that we're having these conversations, the fact that we spent £1 billion and in the 80th minute, you want to see out a game, you're bringing in a £6 million Mark Gu from La Masia. Tell me one striker that's made it from La Masia. Not even Kirkic Bojan made it, bro. What are we doing here? Bro, my war is really with the directors before anything than the fan base. I'll be honest.
You sound like the
I'm
Chelsea
just a
League
bit
gunner.
confused. I'll be honest.
And innovation, mate. That was class.
I get that all the
Do you know,
time.
it's good to get someone more realistic. I will say that because Don is on, we already know, the complete other spectrum from a lot of what you say, and he agrees.
He's definitely on the spectrum. I love you, really, Don.
One thing that, like, Chelsea fans, like, you sat here and addressed that these signings didn't happen, but you signed players in all these positions. They just weren't good enough. They're just not performing because the Chelsea model, bringing in young players, bringing in players that were going to be for the future, that we were told were not, maybe they're not going to succeed right now, but they're going to succeed because this is the Chelsea model. This always has been the Chelsea model. You know, just buy a lot of players, keep throwing shit at the wall. A couple of them are going to stick. So now that you're starting to see that your squad's not panning out the way that you thought it might be, a couple of these players aren't performing, and away from Palmer, when let's be honest here, let's call a spade a spade. When Palmer's not stepping up and banging all the goals, there's no one really else to look around and be like, yeah, you're going to take the ownership today, or you're going to take the ownership. Like, all these other players are just looking at Palmer to create that chance or create that moment for them to, you know, inspire that win. Because even in all these games that you've lost, these 4 games you dropped points, the 2 games you scored goals in, because you didn't score against Everton, you didn't score against Ipswich. Palmer scored both of the goals against Fulham and against Crystal Palace. And then you probably look at both of those games and say, yeah, for Chelsea in both of those games, I look at Palmer and say, he had pretty decent performances. Maybe against Crystal Palace, not so much. But in a lot of these games, I'm looking at them and just like, oh, if Palmer's not performing, the whole Chelsea team's not performing. And it looks like a bigger problem with your manager. Like you pointed out there, the manager is definitely an issue, man.
But let's not forget, this manager nearly bottled a 17-point lead at Leicester.
Yeah, bro.
How
many years has this guy had as a manager in his managerial career? He's not going to come in and just like start fucking slamming it on day one. This is, if you get a manager like Maresca, yeah, you've got to accept this L because this is going to happen. We can't be here shocked, innit?
The game wasn't on Maresca though on Saturday. I don't think so.
No. I'm just saying, like, if you get a manager like Maresca, though, because I'm just saying, like, genuinely, like, there are some Chelsea fans that are calling out some of the stuff that he's doing, yeah, some tactical decisions or whatever, yeah, that I've seen. So, like, if you're going to get a manager like that, of course they're going to make errors. Of course you're going to call them out. This is why, you know, I always say about Arsenal, innit? Like, Arsenal are not there to hold Arteta's hand. Chelsea are not there to hold Maresca's hand. Yeah, these are big football club, big institutions. Yeah, it's do your job, deliver, or get rid and get someone else in. So,
LB,
like,
yeah?
you
know what you're saying? It's spot on, yeah. I'm gonna tell you, man, a story because it's the first time I've been on panels with you, man. Look, people that stream that tune into my stream know already, yeah. The day Maresca got briefed that he was gonna be our manager, yeah. The proper Chelsea lot on Twitter or whatever, the shed end lot, they made posters. Oh, there's a protest. Oh, we're gonna protest this and raise the standards. I was in Paris at the time, yeah. The protest was scheduled for a Sunday. They posted it on Friday night. I was in Paris at the time. I got on the Eurostar, landed Sunday morning, 6 a.m. Eurostar, landed Sunday morning, showed up at 11 a.m. I was the only man there with my sign and everything. MCGA, make the standards great again. That's when I lost my love for the fan base. You know, when Jesus went to the temple and got angry and started smashing stuff, that's how I feel about my fan base. I'm at a point now where what you said is spot on. I knew. I don't want Maresca to fall. I'm a back the gaffer kind of guy. I'm Chelsea. We know what it takes. You know, we get whatever manager and we can win trophies. It's Chelsea. I don't mean I'm gonna die in a hill for you, but so when he come in, I knew already this was what was gonna be the case. He started the season well. We had Newcastle, Nottingham Forest, United, Arsenal, and Liverpool, and in a row. We came out of there with 8 points out of a possible 15. We looked at that and said, you know what, we'll take that. Fair enough. So now for the whole season, we were licking our lips at Ipswich, Ipswich, Everton, Crystal Palace, Bournemouth, even Wolves. We were saying to ourselves as a fan base, by mid-January, we could be top of the table. I don't mind the whole, the dip in form could happen. Our last 10 games, for example, we've got Arsenal, Spurs back-to-back. We've got Aston Villa. We've got Newcastle. We've got United, Liverpool, Everton, Ipswich, Fulham. So we've only beaten 2 out of the last 10 games. 10 teams we're going to face at the end of the season. If we dropped off at that point and had this record now, that was more respectable. But for the whole season, we was looking at this run of games saying, yeah, this is the 4 wins in a row. This is when we could finally start getting clean sheets. All of this, or even the chill guy lot in our fan base, all the chill guys. Oh, I'm a chill guy. We're not in the title race. I'm a chill guy. All of them are saying, oh, I told you guys, we're not in the title race. What do you expect? Did you expect us to be 1 point off fourth now? We're fourth in the balance. Did you expect to lose to Ipswich or to Fulham? These are the guys that laugh at standards.
This is, but bro, can I just come in on this point?
When we signed Mark Gu, told me, oh, I would take Gu over Omorodian and Duran any day of the week. I watched him on Y Scout. Oh, cool, calm. Now when we got this shit,
there's no one else that uses Y Scout religiously like
YouTube compilations, bro. Here's the thing, though, yeah. When you get a manager like this, though, yeah, your season's gonna be volatile. So a couple of weeks ago, you was up there. Everyone's like, "Oh my God, Chelsea might win the league," and now all of a sudden, you're struggling or whatever. You've got a couple of games without winning, 4 matches without winning. Now everyone's like, "Fucking, it's a disaster." But this is what's going to happen if your club gets a manager like Maresca, yeah. And obviously, under early days of Arteta, like I'm pretty sure Arsenal went on like 10 games without a win or something like that. Now, this is the thing, that's on the club. Because the club have decided to go down this process. So unfortunately for you, bro, yeah, you're probably going to be in this situation like Arsenal are in, where you're not going to be challenging or winning something now for 3 or 4 years because your manager needs to develop. And this is the problem, yeah. You've got to now, as a fan base and as a club, you've now got to hold Maresca's hand. And when he does stupid shit, you've got to go, oh, don't worry, he's an inexperienced manager.
This is all
and we just got to allow it.
Spot on. Yeah, I've watched my club do this for the last 5 years with this scrub manager that we have. Yeah, every excuse in the book. And I see Chelsea fans all over the internet, they're doing exactly the same. And I'm like, mate, you grew up on Roman Abramovich. Yeah, hiring and firing, sacking Ancelotti in the tunnel at half time after he won a league and a cup. Yeah, now you're accepting this crap. Yeah, and this is where PR absolutely kills football clubs. Yeah, because the PR for Chelsea right now and that manager, is sky high. It's the same with my club. It's the same at Tottenham. It's the same at Man United. Less so at Liverpool because they do actually win. Yeah, and less so with Pep because he's Pep and Man City clean up. Yeah, but the rest of our clubs, they peg out PR. Yeah, and most people are thick. Yeah, they just accept it. And then they want to get along with people on the internet because they don't want to be called negative and toxic. Yeah, then it's player FC versus player FC. So it's like, oh, I can do Rep Cole Palmer stats against Bukayo Saka stats. Yeah. My winger's better than your winger.
Well,
yeah? It's not about football. It's about, I just want to rep my baller. It's bollocks, bro. Football's buried. I'm saying that in the Premier League anyway.
I think we are doing a bit of revision.
I was going to defend Chelsea. Go on.
Yeah, I want to say this. I don't usually defend Chelsea at all. I'm usually the villain for the Chelsea fans. But the truth of the matter is, look, I understand what CB is saying because it's the caliber of opposition. You drop points to Everton, Fulham, Ipswich, and Palace. Of course, you're going to be disappointed. Anyone on this panel will be disappointed to drop points to those 4 teams because there are teams. Maybe not Fulham, not so much because they're having a good season. But other than that, you would expect to beat those clubs. I think there's multiple layers to this. I think Maresca is to blame from a substitution perspective because he makes substitutions way too late. 79th minute against Crystal Palace. That's just not good enough. The second layer to blame is for the football, for the players themselves. But I hate when people scapegoat. Don't scapegoat. It's not just one guy because it was Sanchez's fault and then it was Disasi's fault and then it was this guy's fault. There are players that you expect to perform to a certain level that didn't. Like Caicedo didn't have a good game against Crystal Palace as an example. Cole Palmer has had average performances over the last 4 games, like sometimes good, sometimes not as good. Nicholas Jackson's been missing chances left, right, and center. That's another example of a player that you would expect to score. The wingers haven't really been on it, maybe except Neto against Fulham, maybe had a good game. But other than that, every single winger that played for Chelsea over the last 4 games hasn't had a good game. But the target for Chelsea, for me, I get what CB is saying and I get what Lee's saying, but this is never going to be Abramovich era again. Those days are long gone. Like you have to accept that you want to win and you want to get there.
Can I ask why?
Okay, let me just say one last sentence. You want to win and you want to get to the level of what Abramovich has been doing, but it's gonna be it doesn't need to be a 5-year process and phases and stuff like this, but you can still get there, but step by step. You can't expect the team to go from where they were last season with the same players with a few additions to go on to win the league. Top 4 was the target, and as long as they
They
achieved
did that
that,
a few
I think
years
they've
ago,
had a
though,
good season.
Hussam. They had Frank Lampard, weren't doing particularly well, sacked him, got Tuchel in and won the Champions League.
Facts.
Yeah.
Who's Kante in this team? Who's Jorginho in this team? Who's Thiago Silva in this team?
No. You
Who's
can't have it
Reece
both
James in this
ways,
team?
man. Because when I speak to Chelsea
Do
fans,
they have
they
a
said,
keeper as good as
no,
Mendy?
wait a sec. Because when I speak to Chelsea fans, and said, you actually had a decent team a few years ago, you won the Champions League. I always get told off Chelsea fans that team was shit. And that actually, that wasn't a good team. So hang on a minute. Which one is it?
We did the same thing last season with Poch.
That's when they had a dead team and the Tuchel, the Stacked manager, got a better manager and won the Champions League.
That is, you know, this reminds me of when someone says Leicester won the league. Yeah, but you can't use the anomaly as the like your measuring stick for football.
Well, it's no. He's not using an anomaly with Tuchel, though, is he?
15 years, what we're doing.
No, he is using an anomaly with
Chelsea
because
Tuchel. It's not.
no, because
managers
were not expected to win that Champions League.
Okay,
Sam, just because they're not expected doesn't mean they can't, and they went on and did it. Yeah, Olympiacos, yeah, manager has been there one season. He won the fucking trophy. He won the Conference League. Yeah, he's now doing all right in Europa. He was at Sevilla. He was the 3rd manager in one season at Sevilla. He was there for 3 months and won the Europa League. They then sacked him 2 months later. Yeah, he then went to Olympiacos and won the Conference League. So it's not an anomaly. If you're a good coach, and this is what I'm hearing about Amorim and other managers, but they need all their own players. No, they don't. Fucking Tuchel never. Neither did the Sevilla manager. Neither did a billion other managers that have managed.
Guys, Tuchel and Maresca are not.
Maresca's going to win the Conference League anyway.
But that's the problem, Saeed.
Thank you.
That's the problem.
Yeah, but the
That's
thing is,
exactly what we're
listen,
saying, though. But
listen, Maresca. Listen, the target was this season the CB
Top
4, right? Top 4.
Simple.
Top 4 CB. Yeah, is that fair? CB.
me personally, I'm a Chelsea fan. Every year I want to win the league. I said
No,
you can
but
check
come
my
on, man.
tweets.
Come on,
From
you're
when
not
he
gonna
got signed, I
win the
wanted to win the league.
No, CB. Be
I'll
realistic,
be
bro.
honest with you.
No, but you have to be realistic, bro. Your team's not ready for the league right now.
No,
It's
why?
not.
Why is it not ready?
But was it-
Because
but
they
was it
didn't do what was
realistic when
required.
we
They
won the
didn't hire a
Champions League?
proper manager to do it.
Was it realistic when we won the Champions League?
Yeah, but that's Tuchel, isn't it? Tuchel.
This is what I'm saying. That I hate that.
Almost
word,
like getting a
realistic.
top manager gets top output, then, isn't it?
Nah, but I think for me, yeah, when you look at Liverpool,
How are we doing it?
Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, Arsenal, Man City were the front runners for the Premier League. No one had Chelsea getting the Premier League. Let's not do this revisionism. It was
Thank
top
you.
4 target for Chelsea. They're on course to get top 4. If they slip up, we can have big conversations about Maresca and whatever. But for now, everyone relax. They're still getting top 4 for me personally, and it's just it's a big.
And they're going to win the Conference League as well. They're going to win that. So
I wouldn't be so sure, Fiorentina are still in that.
You can
So I bet
criticize Maresca.
No, we should win the Conference League. That's not.
criticize Chelsea if they lose the Conference League, I understand, but I'm not going to criticize them for losing the league. I'll tell you why you both are doing revisionism, LB and Lee, and I'll tell you because LB. Okay, I'll tell you. Let me answer. Type LB as well mentioned Di Matteo, very shameless. I'll mention the Tuchel point first. This is the team that Tuchel took over: Mendy, Azpilicueta, Rudiger, Thiago Silva, Chilwell, Jorginho, Kante, Kovacic, Ziyech, Havertz, Hudson-Odoi, Olivier Giroud. Okay. The Chelsea attack now, you can say it's better than that, but not a single Chelsea player other than Palmer possibly starts for that team. Jorginho and Kante at the time.
Mendy's no good. Mendy's no good.
Mendy's no good. Is Sanchez any good?
My Saudi team. He's shit, bro.
Is Sanchez any good? Is Sanchez any good? Is Jorgensen any good?
Sanchez is better than Mendy.
No, he is not.
Yes, he
No,
is.
he is not.
Oh,
my days. The level of precision.
And I don't rate Sanchez. I think he's shit as well, but he's better than Mendy.
No, he is not.
I
don't
don't
know.
Mendy right now.
Oh,
Did Mendy not have like a top year that season? He was
Oh, he was
class.
He had one. He had one
season,
mid-year.
wasn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can't lie to you.
He had a crazy year. That year we won the Champions League. He was probably
Yeah,
the best.
yeah,
Well, go on,
Crazy,
explain what's his
People were
revisionism
comparing him
anyway,
to
Hassan.
Alisson that year.
What
and you're saying he's
revisionism are you talking about, Hassan?
Okay, I'll tell you about Di Matteo as well, because this guy mentioned Di Matteo. Di Matteo won the Champions League, yes, but they did not win the Champions League because Di Matteo came in and he made a miracle. Chelsea built up their Champions League experience. They won the Champions League in 2012 because of what happened in 05 and 06 and 07 and 08 and 09. And they had players who got to quarterfinals and semi-finals and finals.
So you're
and
giving him absolutely
Let me
no
land
credit.
it.
You're giving him no
And
credit.
lost on penalties. And they had game changers like Drogba, Lampard, Ashley Cole, Petr Cech, who saved them. They had so many good players that were moments players that were capable of performing.
So you're giving Di Matteo no credit then? No credit at all?
I just said he deserves credit. Di Matteo came in, but them winning the Champions League was always eventually going to come because of their built-up experience. But we're doing revisionism, acting like Maresca come in and win a league title at Chelsea. That's BS. That's absolute BS.
I didn't say that though, Hussam. I'm not criticising Maresca. I'm criticising the club for getting Maresca in the first place.
Sam, both of the points you made, yeah,
why you spend £1.5 billion, and when you spend £1.5 billion, you should put a manager in charge of them who's got experience, who knows what to do, and who's got the experience of winning trophies.
Yeah, but it's his first season, bro.
And what? I hear this. No, let me say this, Saeed. Yeah, I am sick to death of this. It's his first season shit. It's first season, bro. That football club has hired and fired 23 managers since 2004. Bayern Munich have sacked 20 managers, 19 managers since 2004.
They had world-class players, Lee.
Yeah.
Not
irrelevant.
Who's Sam?
With 1.5 billion quid spent, so should they.
Completely irrelevant. The reason why they sacked managers is they had world-class players ready to win. Chelsea don't have a single world-class player. Not one right now.
This is
and
what I've been saying.
From the hiring and firing, they're actually trying to this long term.
They're trying to lower the standards. That's what they're doing.
They're going to win the Conference League.
Sam, over your point, go down to my issue with the club, which is I don't have a Maresca agenda. I want to make this clear. I'm not Maresca out in that. I actually think he's been done a decent job. My issue is the directors. It's been the directors from the beginning for a strong reason why. Even when a lot of the people doing the watch out stuff, I think after the Arsenal game, he deserved to go. I will not stand here and say he belonged to be at the club. The standards fell off a cliff at that point. But the reason why I was very much in his defense is because this squad that these lot have assembled is fucking garbage. The fact that we've got these lot playing, Caicedo and Enzo have played 4 games in 9 days, and there's no other midfield alternative because we're relying on an injury-prone Lavia. We didn't bring in no centre-back but Tosin, who replaced Thiago Silva, and we relied on an injury-prone Fofana. We relied on an injury-prone Reece James. The way we've set ourselves up is to fail. If you're going to bring in a manager like Maresca, who you guys are saying is a novice or is his first year, that's fair. Back him then. Bring experienced players. We have novices from top to bottom. We've got directors who have never won a trophy at Monaco. We've got players here. There's that majority of these players at the club, if I'm not even mistaken, barring Cole Palmer. I want to think this through before I say this. That starting 11 we played, barring Cole Palmer, who's won a trophy at club level. Then we've got a manager who's his first season in the Prem. I think the manager's actually done decent, but he's got the same issues that Paul had last season, which is there's no midfield. We still need a striker. We have no centre back. The keeper ain't
Maresca does not have the credentials to manage Chelsea. He's not got the CV to manage Chelsea.
Wait, can I say something? Can I say what I don't get is
So you're telling? Hang on a minute. But he doesn't have the credentials. He's managed. I'm looking at his hips. Right,
he doesn't have the credentials.
Does Slot have the credentials to manage the biggest club in England? No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he's won major honours.
He's got more credentials than Maresca.
No, but nobody says.
Okay, Maresca's won major honours. He won the championship.
That's not a major honour, mate. It's the second tier of English football. What are you waffling about?
Of course, that's a major honour. To Leicester, that is a major honour.
It's not a major honour. Leicester have won the Premier League, mate.
Looked at as the most difficult league in the world as well.
So you think winning the championship should be able to give you the keys to one of the biggest clubs in the country with a £1.5 billion spend?
I'm saying, okay, what's Maresca's target? Saeed said this from the beginning. Lee, you're Mr. Trophy. If they win the Conference League and they get top 4, successful season. They move on with their lives. Like I'm not looking at Chelsea this season going like you must win the league. I agree with what CB is saying regarding directors because if they got Osimhen and Kvaratskhelia and blah 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 and they upgraded their team and they got Maignan from AC Milan, I'd get why you would say they should win the league or they should do this, do that, but not. By
the way, sorry to cut you off. There's some breaking news. Chelsea are seriously considering to bring in one more centre back this month. Understand Matt Gay has been discussing an option internally. Not easy. He has 18 months left on his contract. Chelsea also have a recall clause for Trevor Chalobah.
I wanted this guy, by the way.
First of all,
but you're down bad, bro. There's a difference.
First of all, Mark Gui is a left centre back.
I'm not down bad, bro. I got the shades on, bro. I'm the only 3-point collector on this panel. Yeah.
You're tweeting about guys that have only got 20 appearances in League One to bring them in your team. You're down bad, bro.
Let's hear what CB's got to say. Let's hear what CB. What are you gonna say about?
Yeah, using LB's logic, does he have the credentials to join Man City?
Who has the credentials? Who's got the credentials? The thing
is, random Uzbek centre back.
Sam, you've completely missed my point on Maresca. Completely, bro. So well done. My point on Maresca is that he's done a good job.
For the job.
But he's not good enough for the job.
If their target is top 4 on Conference League, then he gets that, then it's good
he's
enough.
doing an okay job for him. If you would have put a top-level elite manager in there, they might have actually done more. They are going to go down the same road as Chelsea, as Arsenal, where it's going to be a multi-year process because they're going to have to hold Maresca's hand every single step of the way.
Oh, my days.
So in 2 to 3 years, if Maresca's not won anything in 2 to 3 years, don't be surprised because he's only had 2 years in management.
If he doesn't even get
and don't worry, he still needs pieces. He still needs a centre back. Still needs this. This guy can unlock this guy. Piss off, man.
I give up, man. I honestly give up.
I promise
you, I give you a definitive answer. Right now, they are on course to get top 4. They are on course to win the Conference League. If they win that, he keeps his job and he is a success. It's a successful season. Yes or no?
Expectations.
Yes or no? Hold on a minute. Yes or no, Lee? If he gets top 4,
if he wins the Conference League, he's won a trophy. Fair play to him. Well done.
Okay,
success.
there you go.
Yeah, but guess what? That ain't guaranteed. And not only that, they're falling down the league real quick after the last 4 or 5 games or whatever. Yeah, and this is the difference between the elite clubs, and the rest of the clubs. They spot a dud real quick. And they bin that dud real quick. We fucked up. We recruited this guy. He ain't the guy that we thought he was going to be. Yeah, bin. After 14 games, 20 games, 6 games, 9 games, 12. This country, well, not this country, because I live in a country that has elite standards. Yeah, in England, in English football, you got to give him time. He needs all of his pieces. Piss off. How about sack him and go and get Allegri? He's sat home doing nothing.
Allegri.
Oh, I don't wait. Can I just
Man's
say,
laughing at Allegri. Hold up. You're laughing at Allegri, yeah? Tell me how many trophies that guy's won. He's got a CV better than your manager.
I hear you.
I hear you.
Can I just say though, what I don't get on this standard stuff is that like when Abramovich come in, they'd already had like Ranieri, before Mourinho, they'd already had 4 years under Ranieri of a rebuild of the squad building up and getting to a certain level for the Mourinho to come in and then take them to the next level. It wasn't like Mourinho come in, brought their players, and then they went to the next level. It was a steady progress of where they got to. They obviously just finished below Arsenal in the league the year before. So we knew that team had the potential. This team currently, when Maresca's come in, had zero potential. There was nothing to look at. He's had to rebuild the squad from ground up. So when you're saying, oh, yeah, he needs to do something this year, like you need to give him that time to get to the point of where they need to do something. But he's growing, isn't it? Like, I think they finished the top 4. It's a successful year.
George, it is for them because they've made that a success because they gutted the club. Yeah. And as CB been saying, they've not got the squad and they ain't got the players because the board have fucked the club up. They won the Champions League, 3 or 4 years ago? And now you're telling me about if they win the Conference League and finish top 4, it's a successful season.
That's what I'm saying.
What Maresca's fault.
Now let's ask LB.
This is not Maresca slander.
Where did you predict him at the start of the season? Where did you predict him?
I don't know. I had him like 7th or something.
So there you go then. So why are you moaning at?
Because I don't know how many. This is not Maresca slander. I think he's doing a good job.
He's not good enough for the job.
He's not good enough for Chelsea because Chelsea should be winning more than just getting top 4 and winning the Conference League.
What you said 7th. They are now in the top 4, so they are doing better than what you said. So you should be giving him praise.
But that's the board. No, that's the board's fault, though.
No, this is what the problem is, yeah, Lee. LB, you're spot on, bro. Because this is what the problem is with my fan base. This is why we're doing the whole "Make Chelsea Great Again." This debate, what you're doing, saying, Saeed, in hindsight, in context with this situation that we have currently with these directors and owners, yes, finishing top 4 and Conference League is a good season. But that's why we do what we do at MCGA because the standards are falling off a cliff. Having got into the Champions League final was slipped. John Terry slipped and he lost his job. He finished 2nd in the league, went to 2 cup finals, including the Champions League final, and he got sacked for finishing 2nd. These were the standards at the club. So when you guys are saying top 4 and all of this, I've never been a top 4 man. What is top 4? You think when these retire, they're gonna think back? Oh, remember that time in 2025 when we finished top 4? They'll think about the final.
It's a building step. You get top 4, then you challenge for the league.
No, it's not a building step. No, don't do all this building step. He's already been brought into the PR at Man United already. Yeah, why don't Bayern Munich need building steps? Why don't Real Madrid need building steps? Why didn't Chelsea under Roman need building steps?
That literally
Because they have world-class players, Lee.
You see what you're saying?
Chelsea don't have a team ready to win.
They don't have a
Our
team.
whole house is Arsenal fans.
If Pep
So
Guardiola
this
was Chelsea manager, they wouldn't win the league.
Why don't Chelsea have a team ready to win? They've done £1.5 billion, mate, which is what LB's point is. Which is what LB's point is.
I tried to explain it, Lee, man.
But they don't get it because they ain't got no standards.
No, we do get it. And we agree with Stevie when he blamed. No, we do agree with Stevie when he blamed the scouts. But LB is saying Maresca's not good enough for Chelsea. That's the part that we're disagreeing with.
Chelsea,
Yeah.
Chelsea
Okay,
Football
he's
Club
not.
as a club.
The target for Chelsea this season is, whether you like it or not, is get top
Exactly.
four.
Okay, answer the question then, real quick. Let's go around the panel one at a time, then, real quick, then, yeah. And I'll ask this, yeah. If any of you say yes, you're tapped, yeah. Is Maresca going to win Chelsea a league title?
Possibly.
Silence is deafening. Thank you.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
no,
what do you mean?
so he's good enough for Chelsea, then, is he?
I said yes. What do you mean?
Did you predict our slot maybe to potentially win the league this season?
I said, in fact, hey, you can't catch me out on this one, my friend. Yeah, because the people in this chat that watch me every day know I said exactly this. I said, Arnie Slot. I said, well, this is going to go one way or the other. He's either going to absolutely cook, yeah, or Liverpool are falling off a cliff and not getting top four.
Bro, what
That's not prediction.
Yeah,
That's not
what
prediction.
mean?
I don't count
What
it.
do you
What are
mean?
you saying?
But it is because he's the unknown. No, hold on. No. He's the unknown.
What's this?
Lads, he's the unknown. He's coming to a league from a league that I don't watch. I don't watch Feyenoord. Yeah, so it's the unknown. It's either going to go left or it's going to go above, and he's going to cook. Now, hold on. Let me finish then. So guess what? We now have half a season worth of evidence to prove that he's actually very good. Yeah. We also have Maresca from a league that I have watched and done watch-alongs for Leicester. Yeah, when they nearly bottled a 17-point lead, by the way. Yeah, and had a freeway. And wait. Now we also have half a season with him in charge. And guess what? He ain't going to win them fuck all, mate. They might get the Conference League, they might not. He ain't winning them a league title. Arnie Slot, on the other hand, could very well in his first season win a league.
No, I wouldn't go this far yet, because as Chelsea, at the end of the day, I'm not writing off any manager winning a trophy with us. We gave Sarri his first trophy. Di Matteo's won a Champions League with us. Conte's come in his first season. He's won obviously he was a winner already, but I'm not gonna completely write him off from winning a trophy. I think if you're a Chelsea manager, any man can win a trophy. We took Poch to a cup final. It's doable. So I think really we just of the fact that how well we started the season with we didn't address any of the problems within our squad, goalkeeper, centre back, midfielder, striker, XYZ. When the team was actually fully fit and we had all of the tools we needed, I think we were capable of winning a trophy, especially the league. Definitely. But we need to address these problems within the squad. I'm not going to write him off completely and say, no, he can't win a trophy. That's mad.
Yeah. Okay. Let's move on because we're conscious of time. So I want to move on. There's a Chelsea super chat here. Juno says, top four Conference League is a minimum. Maresca is safe. Sad, but the truth is, our new Chelsea, the old of Chelsea is out of standards drop. We are now development FC. I don't see us challenging for the next 2 to 5 years.
That's all I'm saying.
And that's the problem.
You keep saying it's all I'm saying, but it's wrong. It's wrong because
So
if Chelsea sign,
CB's wrong. I'm wrong. That super chatter's wrong. Could you not be wrong?
Lee asked, I know Saeed wants to move on. I'll just say 10 seconds. Lee said, can Maresca win the league? Yes, if they get him the proper players. I give you 3 Serie A players. If they sign Manyan, Kvaratskhelia, Osimhen, they win the league next season.
But they're not going to buy them players, mate.
They might
And
do.
that's the whole point that me and
Those signings break the model. Those signings break us.
Yeah,
They can.
I said this summer, I said this summer, and Dom was on this panel, I said, go and get Osimhen. And he sat here on this panel and said, nah, don't want to pay the money.
They wanted to.
Yeah, but they don't want to pay the money.
Yeah, but again, that's on the board.
So it's not Maresca's fault, it's the club's fault.
Yeah,
Which is what we were saying. Can we just done half an hour on this? You've kindly got it.
That's not the point we're disagreeing on. We're disagreeing on the point that LB said that Maresca is not good enough for Chelsea. I'm saying, okay, just genuinely, I'm saying yes, he is. If he gets top 4, wins Conference League this season, and they give him the players that they need, because we already agree on the directors, then yes, he can win the league as Chelsea manager. That's it.
That's it. Khalas.
It's
the super chat here. Directors need to be held accountable before Maresca. Facts. All the super chats, guys. I'm going to get onto them. 1 second. Big up to Tariq says, Lee Gunner, my brother. Chance of you switching English clubs is much higher than your scrum manager being sacked or resigns. Big up, my guy. And then the other two super chats I'm going to get to after the Man City talk. Tottenham, another manager under pressure. Jordz, 10 losses. Are you Ange out?
No. I don't know. Like, I'm not as emotional as some other fans. I'm not as emotional. Can I speak? I'm not as emotional as some other fans, yeah, that come here after certain games. They look at their team, they see their squad down to bare bones. They see that as let's take away from the fact of injuries. You have 5 or 6 players who are now deemed as ill for your early kickoff against a top side in the league. You're not going to be crazy and be like, yeah, get this man out. He didn't beat Newcastle. He didn't beat the team that's in top form right now with 0 centre-backs. Like, what is this? This is just stupidness at this point. I'm not going to come and call out the manager for that game, for that performance, or anything that went on the weekend. We have to be honest here. You don't look at the manager, because if we looked at the second half, you'd sit here and say Tottenham played better than Newcastle. Tottenham probably should have walked away with a point at the end of the game, because our performance was warranted in the second half. That we pinned Newcastle back. They couldn't get out of their half.
What about the other 9 games you've lost in the Premier League this year?
But when I look at the first half, I mean, and you look at the way that we lost, you can't take nothing away from the fact that, look, bro, the penalty decision, the handball. Me and LB already spoke about this on Twitter, in going back and forth on a few things, but the handball for me, it shifted the momentum into Newcastle's hands, and the way they needed in that first half killed us. Look, we've already questioned Spurs' mentality, yeah, and I've already come out numerous of times and said the mentality of these players isn't all the way there, and that proved it to me again, in that moment. We give up the goal straight away, goes to 1-1. And then our heads are just down for the rest of that first half. We sort of can't really get out. Newcastle are building momentum, and then they get that second goal, which you just got to give it to him. Paul from Solanke. I don't really know what he's doing in our half, trying to get. I don't know what skill he's trying to do, but losing the ball in our half. Normally they catch us on the counter, they score. But I definitely look at the referee for this game. I'm not going to focus fully on him, but the referee done a poor job. Like, where is the consistency from the referees? Dan Burn should have got a second yellow card for his handball, and you can't sit there and question that. No. They if you look at you want to do letter of law stuff, LB. Look at the law. Anywhere from up here, anywhere from downwards from here is a handball. He's put his arm out. He pulled it in. The referee said it was a handball, but he just gave him a warning. You can't give a warning for something like that if you're throwing your arm out and you're ready on a yellow card. So I think there should have definitely been.
I definitely think he was a bit lucky for that one. Fair enough. But the goal. You agree with the goal? The goal is legit.
The goal. The
Joelinton.
No. I don't think it was legit. I think that it's by the letter of the law. You can sit and say it's legit goal. Then it's by the letter of the law. No, again, you're not letting me finish, LB. The letter of the law is the problem. Because when you look at a goal like that and you look at the way that it was conceded, we know in the Champions League that doesn't count. But in the Premier League, because the laws are different and the laws are changing consistently, there's no consistency in the decisions that are made. The ball hits his hand, it goes played through to
They should have a penalty as well.
Who?
Gordon. That Gordon.
Have you lost your mind? Have you guys lost your mind? He shifted his body, cut back inside on the right-hand side, and he shifted inside, ran into Kulusevski.
No, Daniel Levy loves all of your takes, by the way. He's watching now. He's just put Daniel Levy's loving this, mate.
Just put a super chat in, I thought you should say.
No. Daniel Levy loves all of this, mate. Because this is why your club keeps going round and round in circles. Real talk.
Because I defend my manager. I'm different to you. I'm not going to call out the manager when it's very obvious to see that there's so many other problems going on around.
But he's also a problem as well. Two things can be right. He can be sacked.
No. If I'm going to this is what you're not getting, Saeed. Why would my turn? Because this is what I don't get, and this is where you guys are being extremely numb. Like, why would tell me why that game on the weekend would be my turning point? If I was Ange out before the weekend, tell me why it should be my turning point.
Because it's double figures losses for the season. That's a
no, but that's just the overall stat. Tell me why that game in particular.
That's a pretty mad stat.
What did you see on the weekend that should make me change my mind?
It's not about this one game, though. It's not about one game.
You didn't even look like scoring.
It is about the one game because I've kept my stance the same.
You didn't even look like scoring. How many more times, bro?
My stance has been the same all year. I'm trusting in this manager to turn it around because there's been so many problems going on at Spurs as a club. The board has done what has been wrong with us for the past 5 years. 18 months, start again. 18 months, start again. It's a new cycle every 18 months. The only way to break the cycle
guess what though, Jules? Guess what though? Guess what? You keep hiring and firing until you find one that can win. Yeah, it's not rocket science. They're paid employees, bro.
Eventually, is when they have good enough players to do it. Ange hasn't got good enough players to win.
You had Jose Mourinho a week before a bye. He needs
to get more out of the squad. What about if you just don't rate the squad and the squad's shit? How about what? So we just need to find a manager that can get the best.
Go and get a better manager. You're telling me a better manager couldn't do better than that right now and get you in a
better manager may be able to get more out of the squad, but I don't think that a better manager ultimately takes us further than what Ange does. I've seen enough from Ange for me to show that again in big games we can go toe to toe with big teams. Tactically, there's definitely some issues with the game management and the way that he thinks we can play so intense for 90 minutes. I definitely acknowledge that Ange isn't perfect. He has a lot of flaws. But when I'm looking at world football, for one, I don't see another manager that's going to come into Tottenham mid-season and make us better this season. That's not going to happen.
So there's not a single manager in the world right now that could do better mid-season than Ange from here on in. This is crazy. You and
acknowledge the fact that we all have shit owners. I know what my owners are like. If we sack Ange, do you know who's coming in? It's going to be fucking Ryan Mason. So I'm not going to sit here and advocate for Ange to get sacked just to see Ryan Mason come into the fold. And then I'm going to be like, oh yeah, get Ryan Mason out. That's just pointless. It's overly pointless.
No, but this is what Daniel Levy wants, which is why he's sitting there licking his chops every game, mate. Yeah, that game at the weekend, yeah, I'll tell you this, right? That game at the weekend, that stadium was absolutely rammed. Yeah, I did it. I watched the watch along. I did the watch along, yeah. Rammed full. 5 minutes before halftime, they're all going up the steps like lemmings onto the longest bar in the world and the cheese room and all that. Yeah, they've done about 40 quid on a pint and chips. Yeah, they come back in the second half, 10 minutes into the second half.
You know what's funny about that?
You still didn't look like you were going to score a goal, and then nobody walked out until the 89th minute. Yeah, Daniel Lee was sitting there going, oh, and by the way, at half time, let me land. Half time, yeah, they got 10% discount, yeah, on the 50 Cent concert in July that was being promoted. Absolute shambles of the football club.
But
yeah,
Lee, you're sitting there saying the stadium's round, but then I've seen plenty of times on Tottenham Twitter, because I'm all right. There's loads of seats available. There's hundreds of seats available. Even for the Liverpool game, you look on Wednesday, there's hundreds of seats available. Fans are protesting. Fans are not going to games. But even if you look at the fucking videos, there's Newcastle fans in Tottenham's home stands. That's how much of a mess we are right now. There's not Tottenham fans.
So why is nobody doing anything then?
I don't know. I'm not at the game all the time, so I don't know. People, they literally say, call out the fans that are in the home stands. There's any away fans in the home stand, you're supposed to go report that to stewards. Some fans ain't doing it because we've got so many.
When is enough enough for you? When is enough for you on Ange?
I've said this continuously. Like, I'm gonna give Ange the time to build. I'm gonna give him the time to build his squad. We've got a January transfer window. We've just seen Spurs go out there and sign a goalkeeper and show intent to change something at the moment. If we can go and improve the squad, I think Spurs turn this around. And what people are failing to realize is just 12 months ago, Eddie Howe was in a similar position to Ange. Had a team full of injuries. They was at around 9-10 losses in the Premier League at this point, and they're counted down and out. They're saying, get rid of Eddie Howe, do this, do that. Eddie Howe now turns it around, and people are looking at Newcastle right now saying,
Eddie Howe, hold on. Eddie Howe ain't won nothing.
No, but it's
what's Eddie Howe won?
Eddie Howe's got credit in the bank. Eddie Howe got them into the Champions League. Eddie Howe got them to the final. How dare you?
Where is Newcastle the benchmark?
Is comparing
exactly. Yeah, CBT exactly. When was Newcastle the benchmark? Thank you.
But Eddie you guys aren't listening to the point. I'm comparing where they are at this time last year to where we're at this time this season. We've had a similar thing play out throughout the season where they were just down bad of injuries.
Okay, well, it sounds like a recruitment issue.
All right, Lee, we've had this conversation every week.
Exactly, and I'm right. It's a recruitment. If you're moaning about injuries, you haven't recruited properly.
Talk about recruitment every week. I'm not going to do that. That's just point A. Don't call me on the show if you want me to talk about recruitment every week. It's boring, bro.
I understand. No, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, it's boring. It is boring. But at the same time, surely it's less boring than losing every season and not winning nothing, which is my point. Yeah, and at the end of the day, you have spent so much money It is crazy. Yeah. And the fact is, like
We haven't
LB said a
that
minute
one.
ago,
People are exaggerating.
you said less than 5 minutes ago, there's not a single manager in the Europe or the world or whatever you said right now that I would trust to come in, and do better than Ange going forward. You just said a minute ago as well, literally a minute ago, he still needs to build his squad. Bro, I'm sick to death of it. And respect, it's not a dig at you personally, right? But I'm sick to death of this narrative in football that, he needs to build his squad. What happened to coaching, bro? What happened to being better as a coach to get these players playing better? Yeah, because we've seen it so many times. That comes back to other parts of the show. Yeah, you've got managers that go in and take a squad halfway through a season and end up winning a trophy. They end up getting them into top 4 because they're better coaches. Yeah, this guy is not it, bro.
But if the argument is Ange a great coach, I won't say, he is a great coach. I haven't once said that. I trust him. No, I don't think he's a great coach. I think that he's a good manager. He's a great manager. I think he's really good at getting the best out, like, riling up the team, the players, and making them feel good about themselves. With regards to actual coaching tactics, I don't think he's one of the best in the league. I can sit here and acknowledge that. He needs to have a team around him that is going to create that environment. But again, I can sit here and acknowledge and know that there's a lot of Spurs players playing right now that wouldn't be playing in our best team. They wouldn't be playing in our first 11. So when we're going out with this team, we're going against a Newcastle. Let's have it right. Newcastle are top side right now. They're in top form. They're having a good season. As I said, they're a couple points of where Chelsea are. So they're clearly firing. I'm not going to be mad at our team or change my point of my manager and be like, let's sack the manager after that performance. We actually performed well on the weekend. We had a good second half. It just wasn't good enough. And that's what the point is. Sometimes
you wouldn't hold the manager accountable. Would you not hold the manager accountable at all, though, for games, for example, at Brighton when you're 2 goals up, Chelsea?
But again, that's what I said.
Type of things he's actually cost you points, not the players.
I don't think he's faultless. I've sit here and called him out numerous of times of when he's done things wrong. I just don't think the weekend was anything to call him out on. I can't sit here and point anything out on the weekend and say, this is Ange's fault.
So what are your targets for your football club in the next 2 years with this manager? Let's say he stays for another year and a half.
I want to win something this year. We're in a Carabao Cup semi-final. We got Europa League. We should win.
So if he doesn't win anything this year, on that standard, you want him out then?
Yeah,
and you want someone that can come in.
I've said that though. I've said
okay, cool. So hold on. He's not going to win the league. He's not going to win the league. We all know that. Yeah, he ain't winning the league title. Yeah, the chances of you winning the Europa League are extremely slim. Yeah, like
why are they slim? Why are they slim?
Have you seen the teams in the Europa League?
Yeah, there's not that many good teams. Tottenham are better than most of them. How about that? What do you mean?
Oh, really? Now compare trophies of all the teams that you're saying are shit. Yeah. Now compare trophies to Tottenham.
Wait. What teams are better than us in Europa League? Tell me, please.
Well, Bilbao will wipe you off the park.
No, they won't.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, find out if you get Bilbao and you're going away to Bilbao. They'll slap you silly. Yeah, trust me. They will wipe the floor with you, mate.
You're going to tell me that, and I'm going to tell you no. Tottenham
Ajax will beat you. Ajax will beat you. I swear down, Ajax will beat you.
Listen. Let me get the super chats in.
Frankfurt will play you off the park as well, by the way. Frankfurt, Bilbao, and Ajax have slapped Tottenham stupid, mate. You couldn't even beat Glasgow Rangers away, and you're talking about
even Porto as well.
Bilbao. Yeah, Porto as well. That's what I'm saying. The arrogance of Tottenham fans at times is crazy, man. Like, honestly.
Can I just say one thing quickly on the Europa League thing? People always assume that they're going to win Europa League until they play a certain team, that it's their cup final. And they're finally going to get some TV revenue and the whole world is watching and they play out of their skin. We saw Saeed multiple times think United are going to win the Europa League and then he loses to Villarreal and then he loses to Sevilla and then he loses to all these clubs. All it takes is some random Spanish or Italian team and Spurs are going to get knocked out. Spurs ain't winning no damn Europa League. And as the famous, short Egyptian man who does content once says, what is the point of Spurs? I agree. There is no point of Spurs.
Galatasaray slapped them as well.
We're going to see. Well, we're going to see. Again, a lot of these games where Tottenham lost or so on in Europa League.
I promise you're not winning Europa League. I promise you.
We had a second fiddle team out.
I promise you. Make any bet you want right now. You're not winning Europa League.
And you got slapped up by Atlanta last year. And you found your...
I won the Europa League 3 times. I don't care.
That's the same for us. I think Tottenham this season are definitely one of the best teams in the Europa League. And if we have our top teams available, we're going to go at any Europa League.
And if you don't win it, then what? Then what?
What do you mean? Then I'll call out my manager for not performing good enough.
I promise you're not going to win Europa League. Name any bet you want right now.
So you think you're one of the best teams in the Europa League, but you're level on points with Steaua Bucharest, yeah? You're actually 1 point behind Man United, who have been shit all season.
No, but doing all this,
same amount of points as West Ham.
I've sat here and said, this is a knockout game.
Due to Roma. But anyway, let's
can I just say one thing to Jordz? Betting is haram. so we'll do it to charity only. So
We don't need to do
if
best. We don't need,
Spurs-
I don't need to sit here and
let's
do best.
do it to
I'm
charity.
saying-
then.
I'll do you a bet. Yeah?
My word is more valuable than
If you win
How about
nothing
that?
again, you come on here with an Arsenal shirt on, printed on the back saying, "I'll never gas up Tottenham ever again."
I ain't coming wearing an Arsenal shirt. Are you crazy?
Proper Spurs,
I would wear an
son.
Arsenal shirt for a grand.
If Spurs win the Europa League, if
Arsenal.
Spurs win the
Not
Europa
understand.
League, I'll make £100 donation to any charity that you want, and in reverse. Do you agree?
No.
So is he not that confident then?
Donate it to me, bro.
Charity, I
am
said
doing that? What do
charity,
you mean?
charity.
Why
You don't
am
even want to give it to charity.
why am I doing that for? Where's my
Because you're so confident you're going to win Europa. You're so confident.
Do you reckon you'll beat Lazio?
You said no. Let's do something. Lee said, "What can you win?" I said, "Carabao Cup, we're in the semi-final, and Europa League is still there, so we can win it. We're still up for winning it. You're acting like we're knocked out of the competition. That's my
Okay, I'll
point.
make the bet.
No,
that you're not
no,
gonna win
bro.
anything.
What does that mean, though? Brighton can win the
You
league.
take? Would you
then,
take it? You're
mathematically.
gonna win nothing.
I don't want to put the bet on. But that's why I said, wait, I don't want to put the bet on entirely. I don't really care about any of this. Like, putting
you
bets
go,
on
then.
stuff is nothing. I sat here and said, if Ange doesn't improve from last year, Ange will be out. But until Ange shows a full regression for the season, we get knocked out of competition and there's nothing to play for, then I'm not going to be Ange out because I still believe he can turn it around.
Hey, Jordz, can I ask you a question? If you do
Let's-
sack Ange, would you take back Poch?
No.
Okay.
Who would you want? Because you said there's nobody better that could come in right now and do
Because-
better
because
between
I'd
now and
look
the
at-
end of the
if we're
season.
looking
So who
at
could
the
do
Premier-
better
I'd look
next
at the Premier
season?
League.
Who could do better next season? Yeah, with a
Graham
transfer window.
Again, I would look at again. I'm not like you, Lee. I'm here for building projects. I like a manager that can build a project and go 4 or 5 years.
Bro. Sorry, 1 second.
I'm not
Elite
winning
football
now,
is not
because
about
I'm here.
building
I'm
projects,
here.
bruv. It's about winning trophies.
No, but again, we're different fans and we support our team differently. I'm here for building a project and doing something over time. I'm not here for just bringing in a win now like Mourinho, like a Conte, and do fuck
Well,
all.
Mourinho got you
Oh,
to
what
the
about-
final when you sacked him.
But your project is
There
going
is
backwards.
no managers in
You've
world
taken a
football
backward step
that are going
in
to
your
come in
project
and do
compared
win
to
now at
last year.
Spurs.
Guys, I need to touch on City before we wrap up because we're on overtime. LB, Savio cooking, shades are on. Chat to me, bro. What are you saying?
Yeah, man. You know what I mean? City are back, bro. You know what I'm saying? We will finish second in our worst season in many a year, and who knows? We might even pick up a trophy if we make some signings in January. You know what I mean? So for an absolute disaster season, you know that's not too bad. I know rectify it in the summer. I've got no doubts about that. We got to hold DL. You know what I mean? We got to hold DL big time for this season because we've caused this downfall ourselves. Similar to Arsenal, we're not getting cover for Saka. City didn't do it for Rodri, and we both paid the price. And yeah, listen, for me, I think we're slowly showing signs of improvement. Savio is now showing us what he's about. Unbelievable couple of performances from him. Starting to get some output there as well, which is nice. You can see as well that Haaland loves playing with Savio. Loves playing with Savio, man. When Savio's playing next to him, he's running around more. When he's playing with Doku, he don't like playing with Doku, man. Apparently, Doku's still not assisted Haaland. Yeah, he's been here a long time. And yeah, Savio, man. Savio's just a baller. You know what I mean? And listen, I can't lie. There was a couple doubts creeping in. I was like, yo, what's Lee gonna been gassing up this guy for, man? But listen, I seen him play a lot at Girona last year. I knew he would come through. You gotta remember, this guy's 20 years old. He's just been dropped in. You know, he doesn't speak a word of English. Do you know what I mean? And it's took him a little bit of time. He's also come into a team which has been absolutely shocking. And now I think he's performing well. He's 2 games in a row, man of the match. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy in it. You know what I mean? The crisis is not over, but it's almost over. Win a couple more
But
games.
where are your
I'm a bit-
standards? He got man of the match against Leicester and West Ham. Where are your standards, Mister? You're the
The
biggest
standards.
gaslighter.
The standards.
You're the biggest gaslighting fraud on this
I know
platform.
because you don't listen, innit?
You're the biggest gaslighting ginger fraud on this whole platform. Because last week he was doing emergency meeting and he was saying City are finished after beating Leicester and West Ham. We're back. City are back, Brian.
No.
You're the biggest.
I'm
fraud.
saying, yeah. If my club finishes second and picks up a trophy in its worst season in many a year, yeah, that is pretty decent. But at the same time, my club will sort this out. I'm also saying we got to hold this L ourselves because this downfall is our own fault. It's not the referee's fault. It's not no one else's fault. It's our own fault. We hold ourselves accountable. Yeah. And we will solve this in the summer and we will go again next year when you've got about 5 players because they've all left on a free transfer. So you hold that. Yeah.
Yeah, but I call out my club all the time. You do regular shows with me. I'm FSG out when we were top of the league, and I'm FSG out when we were 10th 3 years ago.
Good, because you should.
Yeah, you were slot out as soon as he got the job as well. Let's not forget that.
You was also slot out.
What? You're a fraud.
You were slot out. You know this.
Everyone knows that was just an emotional reaction. I took it back a day later.
Everybody knows.
Emotional reactions.
Everybody knows that I was just emotional.
Emotional reactions happen on this platform. I just said it emotionally because I was pissed off that Alonso said no and the Amarim thing happened, and I'm like, who the fuck is Arne Slot? So I said it emotionally. I should have never acted out of emotion. I acknowledge that, but that's just a human error on my part.
Yeah, everybody knows.
But that doesn't change the fact that LB is a gaslighter, though, 100%. And also, it's funny because something side we have to point out. These guys, they don't look at GA. They don't talk about output, but they'll come and do Savio prop after he gets GA. It's crazy.
No. It's not even Savio prop after GA because Savio's actually been playing well this season.
Crazy.
Yeah, but you lot have been putting him in the bin.
Playing well.
GA. How many penalties, LB, has Savio won this season? 4?
Sure,
3, 4?
Penalties won.
Haaland missed one the other day. Yeah, and the thing is, people don't watch football like I watch football. Yeah, and that's no disrespect to any of you on the panel because I'm sure
I watched your last season.
I'm not saying watch football in terms of watching different leagues. I'm talking watching what players do on the pitch. Yeah, right. I regularly sit there and say to Matty and Ola and my chat, yo, forget where the ball is. Just watch what that guy's doing for the next 2 minutes. Yeah, let's see what he's doing. Is he trying to get the ball? Is he running into space? Is he making a run? Yeah, I said this about 29 against Man City last season. He made some great runs off the ball. Yeah, Declan Rice kept holding the ball. Odegaard kept holding the ball. We could have scored against Man City away last season, a couple of goals. Yeah, but we held the ball. Why? Because they were doing too much. Yeah, when you watch Savio this season, bro, he's cooked nearly every fullback he's come up against. Yeah, he's won 5 penalties this season. Yeah, 5 penalties. Right? Is there a player that's won more penalties than him this season?
So you don't acknowledge that.
Why is he winning penalties? Why? Because he's taking a man on. He's taking his man on, and he's trying to create and do stuff. Yeah. How many of our fullbacks, wingers, actually take a man on and try and do something? Because mine don't. They go backwards and sideways. Yeah. Is Saeed's fullback wingers, is shit. Yeah. Let's be real. Apart from Ahmad, he's decent. Yeah. Chelsea have actually got decent wingers. Yeah. They actually try. Yeah. With you at Liverpool, you've got decent. Yeah, Tottenham, mate, there was a shit. Yeah, Doku's shit. Yeah, let's be real. Grealish goes backwards most of the time because Pep tells him to do that. The only player in that team that's actually been trying to create something and try to do something is that lad Savio, yeah? But he don't get GA. If you watch what he does, the next game they play, I swear down, just watch him. Yeah, don't watch where the ball's going. Just watch him for 5-10 minutes and watch his movement. Watch his first touch, and then watch how he links the play up, and he's passing and moving all the time, bro. Trust me, that guy is a player. He's a player.
Yeah, he's a good player, but
he don't get GA.
Okay, let me say. First of all, you not acknowledging assists but acknowledging penalties won is unbelievably shameless. Second of all, if you're talking about taking players on, then Doku is the best winger at City because he's the one that takes players on the most. No one here can deny that. We know Doku doesn't have end product and he's shit at the end of it. But as a dribbler, factually, he cooks every fullback. Like he takes all the fullbacks on. So why doesn't Doku get the same praise as Savio?
Well, how many penalties has Doku won?
Let me just say this. Third of all, when it comes to Savio, no one's denying that he's a good player. But we're going to the over-the-top praise that you gave him in the summer and saying that he's the best winger in the league and saying all this.
I never said that. I said by the end of the season he'll be the best winger in the league. If you're
but he's not the best winger in the league because Salah has more trophies. Using your own logic, Mr. Trophy.
Yeah, and guess what? Yeah, he's 12 years older and he's 5 trophies behind him, mate. Yeah.
And? Yeah. Salah still has more trophies, Mr. Trophy. So using your own standards, Salah has
Salah also has the same amount of league titles, Premier League titles, as Jeffrey Sloop and Wes Morgan. So if we're going to do the trophy method, cool.
That's one more league title than Savio, mate, using your logic.
One more Premier Leagues, yes. And guess what? Savio's won a league title. Salah's won 2 in his entire career. Savio's already won 1.
Where did Savio win the league?
Brazil.
He never did. He has 0 league.
He won in Brazil. Yeah, he won a cup. He won a cup in Brazil, and he won 2 trophies in Holland. He actually won 2 trophies playing under your manager Arne Slot. Yeah, you didn't know that.
Savio's a baller, man. Savio's a baller. Trust me, man. Give this guy another year, he'll be cooking on gas.
Like I said, I was to say because you said he was going to get good numbers, Lee. And
I never said he was going to get good numbers. When did I mention numbers?
Listen, you said he's going to cook this season.
Well, hang on a minute. Is he not? His numbers aren't that bad. He's got 8 assists and a goal in 1,400 minutes. That's Not
Yeah, but there was
terrible.
a period of how many games without a goal. You know what I'm saying to you? So, like, by them standards, you had over certain other ballers like Madueke and other players. He wasn't getting the goals.
These guys are gonna die on this hill. He went like 20 games without a goal.
Exactly.
20 games.
Right. Yeah. That's what I
Also,
mean.
Lee doesn't acknowledge assists, LB, so we must ignore them.
But Savio, fair play to him. I think he's been quality last 2 games. He's been that game against West Ham. He was
He's been quality all season. He absolutely skinned my fullback and put him on his bum. Yeah, and set up Haaland. Yeah, not that I'm counting assists, but he skimmed him. Yeah, first game of the season, he absolutely destroyed CB's left back. Yeah, it would just come off of the back of a great Euros, by the way. Yeah, and he was playing on the right wing, and that in his position, he's a left winger.
Yeah,
this guy's cooked nearly every fullback playing right wing. And I've said all season, play that geezer on the left, and it will ruin the whole league, bruv. He is a baller, and in 2 years' time, you lot will all be apologising. Not even 2
But we're
years,
not
next
talking
year.
about 2 years time. We're talking about now, and there's no difference between Savio and Madueke now. Same player.
Okay, cool. You don't know ball.
Actually,
Still
Madueke
criminal.
has more goals because you don't acknowledge assists. Madueke has more goals, so Madueke is better.
Fantastic. On that basis, then Brennan Johnson's better than Saka, then, yeah?
No, because
Yeah, exactly.
Saka's
Hold that, because he's got more league goals than Saka.
But I
You can hold
acknowledge
that as well.
assists. I acknowledge assists. You're
Yeah,
the
but
one that
this is where the whole stats things fall apart. Yeah, because if we're going off a GA, Mohamed Salah's better than Maradona, mate.
But Maradona's a 10. You can't compare a 10 to a winger.
yeah.
Well, is Salah even a winger?
Yeah, he's a winger.
I don't know if
Inside
I'd
forward.
say it's like an
Let's
inside
not get into
forward.
Maradona
Which is
right now.
basically-
He
number
literally,
10.
he was literally
Yo,
hugging
yo,
the touchline yesterday, talking about he's not a winger.
Listen, Lee, let's get a super chat for a wrap up. Lee, Welbeck or Savio, who is better? Obviously, is
Well, we can't
So,
compare
but
a
let's
striker to a
who's
winger,
better,
can we?
Lee? Who's better?
who's a
Who's better,
better?
Lee?
Who's a better?
Who's better? Who's better? Who's a better footballer, or are we talking about who's won the most trophies?
No, who's better? Just answer the
Who's better?
question.
Who's better?
Savio.
Welbeck has more trophies, though.
Yeah, that's why I asked you the question.
Welbeck has
That's
more
why I
trophies.
asked you the question. I said, are we comparing trophies or are we comparing, actual
Okay,
ability?
okay. Based on the trophy, who's a better player?
Or based off trophies, who's had a better career? Welbeck. Not who's a better player. Welbeck. I have 4 metrics to rate a player. Yeah, and none of you lot aligned to it apart from LB and maybe CB as well.
I do
up
take
here.
stats into account a little bit more than you.
Yeah, so you can take stats into account. You take in whether they've turned up in big moments to help win trophies. You take the trophies into account. Yeah, and what their actual fucking technique is. They're my 4 metrics to rate a footballer.
Yeah,
He ticks all 4
That's
boxes
valid.
Guys, Maxwell is better than Ashley Cole. Big up Maxwell.
yeah.
based on trophies. Yeah.
Let me, listen. Let's not get into madnesses here. Big up the dear says LB Sport is serious. FDMO protest if no signings before 12th January.
Yeah,
DM is
Brentford,
not
bro.
either.
Brentford is
Signed
deadline day.
already signed. FS
Facts.
sticks it out. Yep, absolutely, man. Directors to be held accountable. One of the best games yet. I watched pure cinema. Don't hype the players. Praise them a lot. Saeed, take care of your health. Arsenal's not ready. Hopefully. Big up. So why we talk about Tottenham. Big up Traps in the building. I'm getting a little bit of feedback.
Traps.
To mute you 1 second. Ganja Ange and Lord Jordz, modern day Choco Bros. What are the chances of Tottenham winning the cups? My first super chat. Stop
0.
talking Spurs. We have to, bro. It's part of the show. United that win the Europa League, says Yechi. Ange management violence, says it's horrible for cup games. Spurs can't turn up for shit, says Yechi. Charter Lee, he knows Savio's game. I backed it. Spurs project has been going on for 100 years. Spurs are here for charity, always donating points. Dennis says you are about it projects because you cannot win trophies, especially.
Yeah, man. Jordz is project manager for Tottenham.
Yeah. Traps said Ten Hag visionism with Spurs. Who says no? Lord Jordz talking about winning Europa League, but building projects. MCGA need to get Jordz in on work experience. Bro, I'm telling you, like overtime. LB say Man City's back. Saeed is United back. Nah, United are not back, bro. And is KDB better than Maradona? Listen, allow this, man. Allow this.
This is what I'm saying. If we're going off a GA, this is why GA falls apart every time.
Yeah.
Okay, what's Iniesta's GA?
And your trophy logic falls apart every time. That's why you have to be in the middle.
Well, it doesn't, because I don't
No,
rate
because
it
it has to
just
be in
off
the
of
middle.
trophies. No, but Sam, I've just said the 4 metrics. I've had this conversation with you on text. 4 metrics. What is your technique and ability?
But you brought up
wait. Technique and ability. What's your first touch like? Have you got good skill? Can you cross the ball? Yeah. What's your movement like off the ball? Technique. Yeah. Basic fundamentals of football, like IQ, passing, weight of pass. Yeah, look at Savio's pass for Haaland's dink over the keeper the other day. Yeah, what a pass. Yeah, oh, and then you add in trophies. Then you add in whether you turned up in them big moments. That doesn't necessarily mean a final, because your greatest player of all time, according to most of your fans, is Mohamed Salah. When was he turning up in finals?
Not according to me.
Well, Thierry Henry never turned up in finals, but they got us to finals, which we won. They've helped us win leagues. Yeah, so that counts. Yeah, so technique, trophies. What are you doing?
You changed
then the GA. Then no, I haven't changed that.
Okay, you went viral for saying Welbeck is better than Salah, right? You went viral for that moment. At the time, your logic was just trophies, and you used to use just trophies as logic. But then you decided
because again, what you do is everything gets taken out of context because you see a 30-second or a minute-long clip. If you actually watch the whole stream, you'd understand what I said.
Yeah, but I went to argue with you as well.
Yeah, I've told you on text message. Yeah, and I've told you many. There's loads of people in this chat that watch me every day. I've been saying this shit for years.
Hey, you have to be fair.
Yeah, and it's 4 metric. I've been saying it for years. Why do you think I said Savio will be the best winger in the league by the end of the season? Yeah, in terms of ability. Yeah, if people want to take that out of context and go put trophies on the table, cool. Well, he's got 4 as well, mate. Yeah, 2 with your manager slot, right? So he's got ability. Yeah, he's getting GA. Which you lot don't, well, you love rating. Well, he's got 9 GA so far in 1,400 minutes. Yeah, yeah, that's probably better than some of your wingers right now.
Yeah,
not mine.
Not
I'm talking about in general. Yeah, not just you.
Yeah, the ones on the panel. Yeah, but Liverpool wingers are good, to be fair.
And this is my point. Yeah, like, at the end of the day, people just go off of the numbers. I don't, bro. If you look at Madueke and think that Savio's worse, or if you look at Doku and think Savio's worse, I'm sorry, mate. Football ain't for you.
Yeah, no, I don't think Savio's worse. I think Madueke and Savio are the same exact player right now. Could Savio become better? Yes. But as of this very second, I don't see a difference between them.
Yeah.
You don't see a difference between Doku and Savio? My God.
No, I said Madueke.
Madueke. Fucking hell, that's even worse. Jesus.
Let me get this last super chat in. Knife says Doku only cooks if the fullback his face is 30 years old. Stats and facts, by the way. And Dennis says Hossam's stats can be used to prove anything. Listen, people, what a show, man! What a show! You know what I mean? It might get the heated title on there, man, because it was a.
Can I just say one more thing very quickly? The stats can prove, that Mustafi had a better season than Van Dijk a few years back, mate. Yeah. So if we're going off the stats, I'll rip them up and put them straight in the bin.
Yeah, but I don't use stats only. I don't. Yeah. You think that I use stats only because
you think that I okay, let's not do this.
Yeah, but that's not the case. I just don't look at trophies and add up trophies and say, okay, this guy's better than this guy because he has more trophies, because that's bullshit logic.
All the people in the chat that say Savio's had 2 good games, yeah? No, that's because he's had GA in them 2 games. That's why you
I know you want to end this Oppenheimer sentence right here. You get me?
I just want to say before we wrap up, love Saeed for having me on Big Up.
Yeah, come on, CB, man. What a debut.
I can't lie, I said it earlier. This feels like the fucking Avengers, bro, YouTube game. Man, a year ago today, man, used to just sit here with my little brother watching this shit. So I'm gassed, bro. Like, thanks for having me, man. Honestly, bro.
I'll grab you on my show at some point when we play Chelsea as well. You
let's make that happen, man.
You cook 100.
Yeah. Now, big up, man. You want follow his channel, guys. Someone put it in the chat right now. It's in the description as well.
Yeah, I'll comment it below. Appreciate it, man.
Come on, bro. Come on.
Can we say get this guy back every week and bin Don?
Yo, big up, man. Now, honestly, bro, like I said,
as a viewer of this show, I would sign up for that. Let's go. Don out.
There you go. Don, man. You're sacked, man. You know what I'm saying? But listen, LB, thanks for coming on, man. I know you had work done in your house.
Big up, man. Big up the panel as always. Big up the chat. I'm going live now as well, speaking about why we're not doing any transfer business when we've got no squad. So, jump over if you want chat. But yeah, man, we'll see you again next week, innit?
Big up, man. Big up. Lee Gunner. Big up T for coming on, man. Always love.
Now, bless up, man. I'm going live in 2 hours. Kenny, Jez, Matty will be joining a little bit later on that show. Newcastle is key, bruv, tomorrow. And then straight after that, Real Madrid. Yeah, a proper club. Yeah, they actually have standards and a proper squad.
Yeah,
that cost less than all of our squads, by the way. Yeah, and cost less than Spurs squad. They're playing at 6 o'clock UK in a cup that they're probably going to win. And then straight after that, Wolves Forest. I will be there. Lee reacts, Lee Gunner. Big up to everyone. Big up to the panel. Big up to the chat. And some good debates.
Yeah, absolutely. And Hossam, man, solid debut. Solid debut, man, on the
Thank
channel.
you, thank you. Suarez debut goal against Stoke, I think it was. I hope I didn't just bottle this. You get me. Don Hussam, as you guys can see, there's a banner. MHF, the channel with Mo as well. I've got the title race video today and A-listers. So yeah, big up you guys. Make sure you guys are liking and subscribing to Saeed TV though as well.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Solid show, man. Solid show. We're gonna redirect to Jordz. He's live right now with is it Hooks, isn't it? Hooks, yeah.
Halftime hooks, man.
Halftime hooks, man. So go show them some love. Make sure you check out LB's show as well right now for some City, chat and whatnot. And yeah, just follow everyone's channels. I'll be back later on 5:30 talking about Xerxes he's gonna leave to Juventus. So we'll see on that one.
Oh,
guys.
no, Zerkamp, yeah.